Kanina kunugeni sawa ya kwani mashakil bijere salambi wasulu kanina kunu ibu badu ya jama mashakil bijere salambi wasulu salam alaikum alaikum salam salam alaikum alaikum salam Mapikoko salam de mabina di beti akwani na 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 Kampelet mapikoko salam de mabina di beti akwani na 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 Kan shoko dato mapikoko salam de mabina di shoko akwani na 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 salam alaikum
alaikum salam
salam alaikum
alaikum salam.
This is all we need
In our families. Please help us by sharing it. Share it, please. Thank you, Kuku. Help us by sharing it, please. Let's go and share it.
Number one.
Go ahead, share it. We will start soon.
Geni sawa.
Geni sawa. Yes.
Jeran.
Geni sawa.
Sabi masabi.
Geni sawa. Yes.
Gebila magebila.
Geni sawa.
Bele mabele.
Geni sawa. Yes. Salam, salam alaikum. Alaikum salam. Salam, salam alaikum. Thank you, Fatima. Thank you for sharing it. Alaikum salam. Salam, salam alaikum. Alaikum salam. Salam, salam alaikum. Alaikum salam. Please go help us by sharing it. We will start soon. Waiting for a few more to tune in. Chelsea, how are you? Good to see you. Salam alaikum wa alaikum assalam. Waiting for a few more to tune in. We'll start shortly, inshallah. Go ahead, please. Start inviting people. Start inviting. We'll start soon. go ahead and start inviting people. Go ahead. Go ahead. Jacqueline, what's up? We will start soon after this song.
Mama bikoreta tobe alela. Mama gali jena de faida tomafi. Mama ne situ zaide umon. Ya ukara bujena de magaba. Iyal jana sanikan bidoro kimedesa. Bekura bidoro kaman bidoro kurush. Tafatu kimedesa. Bili bisumutu kerifikura. Oberuwa fikenisa mabisekiri ekulukan irasa ashanigena dengere arufta deshuno ashanu mandisa kisusika kamusaka tebara lakini tena tamama mabido bekura ya pani lakini tena tamama mabigeni bekian begigawai Kajena kama mama mulo haja bata, mama mabiwo mulo haja kulu kulu.
Oh, we will start after this song, but help us by sharing it, please. Oh, good to see you guys all. Help us by sharing it. We'll start soon. Chelsea, Achol Ali, good to see you guys. Welcome. Listen to
Madi habisun sambala Itama bidugu jena tatolton Kan amulu batal Kan arabia mafi Jena tema biruwa meteresa Kan abiyu jesma Jena tema biruwa fikenisa Kan awadilo aki Jena debi ambara sulu Don kara kujena de Oh, chenye tomatalo Oh, chena lasik hatiku Oh, chenye tomatalo Kanina maderi suya alikwasi Kanungon raba
Bitala hajatani
Kanina maalimu ya alikwasi Kanungon raba
Bitala hajatani
Kanina maderi suya alikwasi Kanungon raba
Bitala hajatani
Kanina maalimu ya alikwasi Kanungon raba
Bitala hajatani
Oh,
Kusara dele ite mama
oh,
Kusara dele ite papa
oh,
Kusara dele ite mama
oh,
Kusara dele ite papa Oh, chenye tomatalo Oh, jena lazimi hatibu All right. Greetings to all of you guys. Greetings to all the families. We have another day, and I hope that we are going to share two very important, rather, topic that we want to discuss, and I would love to hear your point of view. But before, let me start by thanking everybody that's here. This is what we do. We acknowledge people that are here and they are here on time. I really appreciate your efforts. I really appreciate the energy. And please help us by sharing it. That would be great. We have Angelina James Majur. How are you doing, my brother? Long time. I'm doing great. Good to see you. Fatima said hello, share. Thank you, Fatima, for sharing it. You did an awesome job and good to see you. It has been a while. Good to see you. As always, we have on the floor Peter Deng. Good to see you. As always, we are going to hear from you. We have also Kuku. How are you, Kuku? Thank you and good to see you. And she said, my favorite music. All right, good to hear. Good to hear. Chelsea saying, Wayne, salam, salam, rahmatullahi wa Chelsea. I hope you're doing great. You have done an awesome job earlier today, and we would love to hear from you even more. Jacqueline, what's up, Jacqueline? Good to see you. We have Acholali. How are you? Good to see you as well. We have Grace Ajawin. Hello, Gracie. Good to see you. How's the family? Let me drop the link while I'm talking. We have two important topics. This is a continuation, part two of what we left on Tuesday. Uh, we talked about why do we use names that are not representing us as Junubin? Why are we using names that does not uh, represent us? We're supposed to keep our heritage and our traditions and the names that we are supposed to be proud of. Even though, let's say, it's hard to pronounce, but we supposed to stick to those names. Then we can teach other people how to pronounce your name, which is uh, in the next 30 years from now, we're going to lose our heritage. We're going to lose our names, and it's a concern that we have to talk about this. It's very, very important to us to continue keeping our legacy alive, keeping our names and our heritage alive. It's very important. The names of your parents, the names of your grandparents, it's good to still there. We have to keep it for the rest of our life, for generations yet to come. Another thing that we will talk about, as we have seen in social media, and I thank my sister Chelsea Badal, she talked about it today, and really, I'm giving her a plus for coming out with this topic. And this topic being this thing was been going on for the last 3 or 4 days about the child, the young infant, the young child that is 12 years old. She had a baby in the year 12 years old. Imagine 12 years old, Jama. If that's not considered a rape, it looks like we have lost our mind. It looks like our people have lost their mind. How are you going to marry or sleep with a 12 years old? Consider that it's your child. Consider that it's your brother's child. Consider that it's one of your family member. How do you feel when a child that's only 12 years old huh, get raped or somebody to go and force her to sleep with? For the sake of what? Is it money? Why? Our people really we lost our faith because those kind of act not supposed to happen once and for all. And I also blame the regime or whatever states that they shift from. Where's the government? Where is the state government when it comes to stuff like that? Why our leader, why our governors are not saying something about this? This is considered a rape for 12 years old. My heart was broken. Every time when I listened to my sister, Chelsea, when she was talking about it earlier, I just remember my children's. I can't imagine. My last born is 11 years old. For someone to go and sleep with her, 11 years old, what do you expect? Unless if you are mad for the person that's doing the act, unless if this person is not human to even open that girl's leg and try to do whatever he's doing, unless if you're not human to allow such things to happen to our people. My heart was broken when I heard Sister Chelsea talking about it briefly and try to picture that if it's one of her own child, how is she going to feel about it? If that act happened to your own child, that someone will go and sleep with a 12 years old, we understand things become hard in our country. We understand that people are suffering, but not into that extent to allow you to sell your own child, 12 years old or 11 years old. So it looks like they sleep with her when she was 11. By the time she's 12, she had the baby. I believe our people have lost their mind. I believe so. Our people even forget God. They start worshiping other gods. تخيلوا يا جماعة، جينا في عمر 12 سنة يقوم يغتصبوها أو يتزوجوه في عمر 12 سنة. وين الإنسانية هنا؟ وين ذاته حرام أصلا، إنه إنسان ذاته حتى هو الراجل ذاته الزوجه شعوره كان شنو لما تقعد تنوم مع جنة عمره 12 سنة 11 سنة هذا؟ شعورك شنو لما تنوم مع جنة صغير زي ده؟ وشعورك شنو انت كأب وكأم الوالدين انه يسمحوا حاجات زي كده يحصل لابنه؟ وصح عندنا ظروف، لكن يا جماعة ما نوصل للدرجة ان نقعد نبيع عيالنا عشان عندنا ظروف. ما يوصل نوصل انه نبيع عيالنا عشان وضع اوضاع بك صعبة. جينا زي ده in a short term هيحصل له حالة نفسية. That child can even commit suicide. That child can commit a suicide. لأنه ما من she was ما من هي ما من تلقى نفسه هي موافقة إنه حاجة دي يحصل له. I'm sure she been forced to do that. And because of the situation الأبوه وأمه قاعدين فوقه الوضع ما يسمح. إحنا فقراء، لكن one of my child or one of my children have to sacrifice عشان نلقى لقمة عيش. تضحي من واحد من عيالك عشان كيف تأكل عيال التانيين. لو قلنا 18 it's okay. لو قلنا 17 it's better. 18 it's okay. 17 it's okay, but 18 is better. لأنه 18 years old it's adult. Consider يعني it consider teenagers. It means that you know what you're doing. Sure, I will speak English. 18 years old, you are teenagers. It means that you know what you're doing. Try to compare 18 years old and 11 years old. You see the difference? So allowing a child in the age of 11 to go and marry someone else, or people went beyond their limits, or people they went beyond their limits. And because there's no fear of God in their life, because if they're human and they believe in God, such of this kind of act will not happen in our country. Such of those kind of acts will not happen to our children. Where is the humanity right there? That person's supposed to be put to jail. He's supposed to be jailed. This guy is supposed to go to jail because this is a raping case here. Even though what is the way to the halal, even though when you say that, okay, I paid a dowry for this child to marry, you should wait until يكون في age معقول. Wait, take her as 11 years old, as a child. Wait until she reach 18 years old, then do whatever you want to do. Take her, raise her as one of your kids. And when she reach appropriate age, let's say 18, then you can do whatever you want to do. But think about the damage that this person is facing, the child. Store her. Is that correct?
Yeah, hello.
I salute you, my brother.
I salute you too. I salute you too.
How
How
you
are you
doing, man?
doing? Yeah, I'm not too
I
bad. Not too bad.
was feel so bad with the story that my sister was talking about Chelsea early, and even it was going on in social media. So even though she was only talking for 30 minutes, but it means a lot. You know, the story that's going on social media. 12 years old, يا عمك, huh? يزوجوه ويولد في عمر 12 سنة. Hmm? Is it considered rape? Well, our people, they lost their mind, or what is it? Huh? Tell us, brother.
Thank you, Guy Bull. Actually, I mean, Gailam. Sorry, sorry about my tongue. Gailam. Thank you. First of all, I want to say hi to your audience. I hope I'm
Yes.
very clear. People can hear me. Yeah, I just want to say hi to your audience. I want to say hi to you. You're doing a great job, and this is a very sensitive topic, and it is very touchable as a human being. And بشر يا جماعة. يعني الحتة اللي ما بتتخيلوا يعني. تقول لي 12 years old جنا عمرها 12 سنة. أنا ولا بقول بيتزارو جنا عمرها 12 سنة. هتقول لي يزوجوا. So this is despicable to anybody. This is very despicable. And it shouldn't happen. Doesn't matter how the society are bad or how worth we are. حاجات زي ده traditionally, even in my own village, ما بحصل بإنه يقولوا 12 years old يزوجوا ما في. ممكن يربطوه مثلا يحجزوه ببقر لما يكبر ده في
لغايه ما يوصل في سن معين.
لكن عشان يا هتصير معينه عشان الناس يقول وديل في بلد ناس في بلد عاديل بيسووا كلام زي ده you know okay sorry yeah let me do
It's okay.
yes yeah وده في بلد ناس في بلد بيسووا زي ده so الحاصل اساسا I do believe this is a crime لو في بوليس في الحته ده بالتالي لو حصل في جوبا ولا حصل في ضواحي جوبا او اوسط جوبا ده له اجراءات قانونيه definitely لو في اثبات بانه البيت ده عمره 12 سنه because انا شفت الصوره والبيت بشاف صغيره شديد
صح.
I've read a few things about that little girls but you know I haven't verified them you know I cannot speak or dwell deep into those whatever people been saying but for me just seeing a picture like that and seeing the people are reacting in my opinion this is very despicable حتى لو اني illiterate like شنو في فرق بين انه اني الناس مثلا ما عارفين اي حاجه وناس عارفين حاجه البتاع ده اساسا is I consider this is a crime
exactly
you know I'm not going to accuse a single tribe in South Sudan can allow that to happen you know that will happen between two family or one family these people I do consider they are doing something illegal because حاسس for me انا عشان اعمل بليم ولا عشان نتكلم I just feel the pain I cannot comprehend this like this is what is happening and قال مزوجة كيف يعني انت كده زول بيتكلم ما يتكلم كويس you know so الظاهرة زي ده في بلدنا لو في ناس بيسووا كلام زي ده الكلام ده اساسا is wrong morally in a moral concept is wrong
exactly
you know أنا عندنا براد كتار في الجنوب ده أكثر من رجال ده ما داري
تفتكر يا برادر برايد تفتكر ده عشان ظروف يا وصل بدرجة إنه نقعد نبيع عيالنا برا؟
والله أنا مش ده يا ظروف أنت تبيه مثلا 12 years old ده تبيه لراجل تاني ما كانش تبيه لفاميلي تاني يربوه لكن أنت ذاتك شخصيا تبيه وتقول لي زوجه ده ظروف شنو؟ أنت ده أساسا ما مت قبل البيت ده ما يكبر لما يبقى 12 years حي وأنت كنت في الظروف ده يعني تغير شنو عندك؟ you know so
صح.
this is just a crime if these sort of things happen what I do is regardless of how good you are which part you come from which as a human في زمن اللي فيه ده كلام ده حرام كلام ده غلط ما يحصل لو في real advocate في South Sudan especially you know men women right ده خليه ساي people been talking about women and abusive stuff and all kind of stuff ده لكن ده كاتيجوري not even women you know this is supposed like if there is good advocates where this happened they're supposed to speak out and this is very bad things to happen and no one like it you know ما في زول بيعمل accepted what is happening and what is really you know going on right now and what we see you know هربنا البلد خرب الظروف معنا but we need to put the إنسانية the little إنسانية we have we need to put it and make sense لو في يعني ناس روسيانو ما كويس بيسوي حاجات زي ده we need to take action
exactly
and then try to do the best and try really to educate people and look in our society we don't do this do this the issue here should be a crime to me this is a crime whatever is happened to that little girl is a crime so people really need to advocate for this and it cannot be an accusation to accuse a particular society they're doing this you know أنا شفنا حاجات ده حصل في أي society في شمال السودان في جنوب السودان في عرب في محلات بعيد you know they do all these things you know. At our time right now, I do believe we advance and morally we don't do this. I don't know who allowed this لما حتى انت لو ما تطلب جنى 12 years old girl تزوج ده منو ده يابا عمل لك allowed ده. This is craziness. That's why I treat it like this is a crime. It's not
Yes.
bad. Even being poor or it's even ظروف وديك في حته ده. This is just a criminal act.
So now, even Julie said that I blame her parents and the husband or whatever you call him to be jailed. Do you think, يعني في case ده, all three of them were supposed to be jailed? The husband and then the father or the both parents, are they supposed to be jailed because of that act?
Look. Actually, I don't know yet.
Hmm.
But if there is something called husband, he declared himself he's a husband of that woman. Number one, as though declare نفسه father وmother لازم يقبضوا. نمرة 3 الزواج ده ما حصل فيه والكان witness بانه الزواج ده لازم يحصل بين الاثنين ديل يتقبض too. You know? So this is very is despicable.
Both sides.
القبل ايوه القبل ذاته والويتنس ذاته بانه بتاع ده لازم في دول كلهم في جريمه. ده ما جريمه. Because now you telling me did she decide like, okay, I will get married. I even feel ashamed when they call a husband to that little kid. I don't see any husbandness here, or I don't see any, you know, type of even calling this nice name husband and wife. These are good name. مفترض ما يبوظون بالطريقه دي. لما نرجع تقول ده your husband وده you know, it doesn't really sit well. Doesn't really sit well. So the whole group who involved are not, because if you know and you report it to the authority, even if the authority is not going to do anything, you know, because I do believe this photo accident, but there is no a deep investigation about exactly what is happening.
And that's what I'm trying to say. So Lemantep, why the government are not saying anything? Because the picture is on social media. There's some people are comments we go to congratulations. How are you going to congratulate at 12 years old had a baby? You're supposed to say shame on you, or you're supposed to write something instead of saying congratulations. When you say congratulations, that means you support the act that is happening.
Look, even people who say how is very despicable. I really don't like this. Like, especially, I don't like people who really can see this is wrong. شيطان لو جابوه وقعدوا زي ده وقال لا الصورة ده بيعرف البتاع ده wrong. You know, this is wrong. So if you're an adult and you see something wrong, you're accountable of it.
Exactly.
Because look, if we don't protect our children right now, we don't protect our young right now, if we don't install this behavior or rules or law about it, this is the destruction of the society.
Exactly.
You know, because what we're building. So when those sort of things happening, it looks like this is a crime rather than treating it is a tradition. If people used to do it long time ago, they don't know about it. It's a different, you know. But right now, you cannot justify this act. This is a devilish act. Very devil. Even devil himself is not going to allow that to happen, because very bad. And if his roof already low, مثلا لو هي زوجت ودفعوا حاجات للناس حاجات اللي دفعوا ده بيعمل لهم سرفايف. العكس تماما، جريمه كتير. البنت she have a baby, how she gonna, you know، يربي ده وهي زارنا ومشاكل بانه هي ولد بدري ده كله ادى الى you know all these things they are definitely going to solve any problem actually, you know, for you really say, you know, she got married, she's going to help her parents.
صحيح.
ده من يكون يدل في this عمر if this is real, you know.
Okay, thank you. Hello.
Yeah, you want to say something?
I'm good. Thank you. Nadi Fusil and Nastani, but I will come back to you.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay. Ashol Young, how are you?
Good, thank you. Yourself?
I'm doing great. Thank you for coming in. We need to speak about this, and we need to see why are people, you know, losing their mind. You have 6 minutes. I have a timer here, and when the time comes, you will hear the sort bit our telephone. That means your time is up. Tell us, what do you think about what's going on?
سلامات أستاذ جاي والموجودين كلكم في الاستديو at the moment وكل اللي بيحضروا معانا. أنا بسلمكم باسم الفادي. بتمنى إنه أي زول يكون كويس محل ما هو سيف وآمن وبصحة جيدة. أول شيء شكرا أستاذ جاي للبرامج اللي أنت بتقدمها. برامج هادفة، برامج بتعنينا كلنا كأسر. مشاكل نحن كلنا خايبينها. قول إنه الناس تيجي تتكلم عن الحاجات دي عشان ما نقدر نشوف حلول. It's just a talk. It's about إنه نيجي نتكلم عشان نلقى حلول. هنعمل شنو؟ لأنه نحن تطورنا والدنيا تطورت وفي حاجات كنا بنشوفها زمان وكان بيمارسوها أهلنا to be honest. لكن هسه بما إن اتعلمنا وطلعنا وشفنا وعرفنا إنه في حاجات عادات عندنا غلط. We need to change them. العادة والتقاليد ده موروثات عندنا نحن we can't deny them, but لو إحنا جينا فهمنا إنه العادة دي ما بتنفع معانا وفي جيلنا وفي وقتنا الحالي ولا بتنفع مع عيالنا, we should drop that and start advocating and telling people إنه حاجة دي يا جماعة غلط.
Exactly.
اللي قاعد تعملوا. أنا في الشغل لكن 6 minutes بتاعك ده كويس معي جدا جدا لأنه أنا خشيت بالنوت ما في زول يشوفني. بس الموضوع حساس. أنا هسه لقيت تشيلسي الله يديها العافية هو عاملة لي تاك في البرنامج ده. أنا فانا أتكلم عن الطفلة اللي شفتها في الفيسبوك يا
صح.
أو الزواج المبكر مش كده؟
Exactly. Yeah.
really يعني طبعا زمان بالرغم انه في البلد البنات كان بيعرسون صغار لكن ما لدرجه 12 10 سنه ولا 11 سنه لانه جينا داسه لو هي 12 سنه وولدت معناها حاجه ده حاصل maybe 1 year ago او قبل هي ما تبلغ حتى او تعيش حياتها العاديه. عند اهلنا طبعا دي حاجه زمان كان بتحصل وهم شايفينها حاجه عادي لكن احنا هسه زي ما قلت تعلمنا we have to tell them ما عشان قروش تبيع جناك وما عشان قروش تفوت مرحلة مهمة جدا جدا من مراحل حياة جناك. يعني مرحلة الطفولة دي مرحلة مهمة في حياة أي شخص في الدنيا. المرحلة دي كونه تغتصب ويشيلوها بالطريقة اللي هم قاعدين يعملوها ليس ده بيك رونج. أول شيء آثار النفسية على الشابة، آثار الصحية جسدا فيزيكالي كده is not good تماما إنه الشابة تضاجع الرجل مهما كان في هذا العمر. أول شيء نموها نمو جسمها ذاته ما اكتمل، نمو أعضائها التناسلية ما اكتمل، صحيا لقدام. عشان كده هسه بتلقى عندنا مرض الناسور كثير جدا 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 باكم لأنه الحاجات دي أصلا كده ما اكتملت عشان تكون جاهزة لأنها تستقبل أي عضو ذكري. فهمت علي؟ فدي صحيا ما تمام لجسم جناكي وجناكي بعدين هيكون تعبان لقدام. نفسيا للشافعة دي ما تمام خالص لأنه دي شافعة شايلة شافع.
صح.
الشافعة ما عاشت طفولتها حتى عشان ما تكون عندها مسؤولية راجل كبير يجي يعني عدم خجل كده ما عادي. أنا بعرف تماما انه حتى جوا البلد صراحه كده الناس ما كانوا بيصلوا للمراحل دي، بس هسه انه الظروف الاقتصاديه الحاصله في البلد والوضع الراهن بيخلي اي ابو واي بيرنتس، عشان كده في ناس قال كتبوا انه they should jail parent ولا شنو. يا جماعه we don't know الظروف اللي الناس دي فوقها. I'm not standing by them، لكن لازم نوعيهم، بس نوريهم. لكن الظروف مرات بتكون قاسيه لدرجه انك تبيع جناك ذاته على اساس انك انت تعيش وباقي العيال الثانيين، لانه نحن بنلدي بالكوم. لو ده جنة واحد اللي انت بتلوك افتر وتمشي ولا اثنين تمشي تفتش له اكل من مال، لكن هسه البيت لسه بيكون ورا البيت ده. عشان البيت شويه كده قامت فوق الابو، ولو في زول هناك عنده قروش في ناس بيمشوا عديل يدفعوا عياله. عشان شنو؟ عشان لقمه العيش. وده كله بيرجع ثاني ونرجع طبعا هيكون سياسيا انه عشان بلدنا ما مستقر، عشان الوضع الاقتصادي متازم، عشان الوضع الاجتماعي ذاته بقى متازم زياده عن اللزوم، خلى البيرنتس سم تايم يفكروا بانانيه زي دي وما يعرفوا. زي الجهل مصيبه. الجهل بانه شاف بس خلاص، يعني شافوا انه ثديها طلعوا معناها خلاص هي كبرت. الحكايه ما سبي، الحكايه اكبر من كده internally و externally كله. لكن هم بيشوفوا انه خلاص دي معناها بلغت، ولا شافوا شويه بقول اوكي خلاص دي بقت مرة ولازم يزجوها. نحن هنا محتاجين انه نوعي اهلنا، نكلمهم انه ده يا جماعه له تاثير بالغ على طفلك. وحتى يعني انت كده ما بتجيبي طفل معافى نفسيا، لانها هي بتجيب طفله هي ما بتعرف تتصرف مع الشاب ده كيف. هي بتكون ما عاشت حياتها وكده المفروض تعيشه مع صحباتها. ده نفسيتها حتى في البيت، حتى لو جابوا لها مع القانون she will never be able انه to raise up an stable child حتى. يعني it's not just her اللي بيكون affected، هي وحتى العيال اللي هي حتجيبهم ما حيكون لهم لانه هي ما حتقدر تربيهم او تنصحهم، هي ذاتها محتاجه زول اللي ينصحها. نحن موضوعنا هنا انه جد الكلام ده غلط. we have to blame اي تعمل كده، لكن برضه انه احنا ما نكون قاسين عليهم، احنا نوجههم نوريهم يا جماعه. 6 دقائق انتهى.
6 دقائق انتهى. but let me ask you a question before you let you go. انت قلت ممكن ظروف يا هو سمح له ممكن انه يخلي بنتهم تسكرفايس، ده حاجه ممكن يمشي. لكن تفتكر ده امر انساني انه انسان يضحي your own child that's only 11 لان she had the baby when she's 12.
Okay.
So yes. حتى لو ظروف صعب كيف المفروض شيل الجنة ده معك، لكن لما يوصل 18 سنة then you can do whatever you want to do but not now.
ده هنا لان احنا تعلمنا، لكن احنا ما عشان ما نكذب لبعض. انا شخصيا خطبوني قبل اليوم وانا 11 سنه، الخطبني جابه كبير يعني ما زول صغير، بس was insisting انه انا داير اقرا انه كده، وكان في محل انا اقدر اتكلم. but هل do you think انه البيرنتس ديل هم واعيين انهم ولا عارفين؟ هم ما عارفين، هم جاهلين. نحن وضعنا هنا انه نحن نوريهم انهم هم جد جاهلين، يعني في جهل حاصل. غير كده ذاته يا اخوي احتمال يكون ذاته مع الرسام، احتمال يكون حملوها، احتمال يكون بين ابيوز، لانه الحاجات دي برضه عندنا كثير. والابيوز ده is not going to be from outside there، ممكن يكون زول من البيت حتى
واحد من الفاميلي.
اي يعني احتمال يكون في سؤال تقدر تتكلم، لانه نحن ما عندنا ثقافه حتى تشكي وتحكي الحاجه اللي حصل لك الكعب شنو. يعني نحن سيستمنا كده يا استاذ جاي كله كده داير له عجنه من جديد ولخبط عواسه من اول وجديد. طريقه تربيتنا، طريقه عدم صراحتنا احنا الامهات والابهات مع عيالنا. الجنة ممكن يعملوا ابيوز وما يقدر يقول لك انا اعمله لك كده ولا يمكن يجيب ذاته خليك من انه يقول لك يستاند اب فور نفسه يقول ما تهبشني مثلا. ما عندنا الكلام ده. شفتها؟ يعني ده كله عندنا. احنا عشان ما نبدا بالتصليح في ساوث السودان واي محل، نحن عاوزين سموه ثوره كامله، ثوره توعيه كامله في كل المحلات، حتى المخيمات wherever people have to go there and talk and tell people انه جناكي في البيت tell جناك انه في حاجه اسمه stop. لو في اي زول، لو ده قريب ولو ده غريب هبشوا inappropriate way، طوالي تيل انه ستوب ويجري منه او يجي يكلم زول كبير. احنا ما عندنا حاجه زي ده. هسه احتمال الفيديو ذاته ما عرسه، احتمال عمل له ابيوز من اقرب الناس، من ابعد الناس، هو ايفر. شفتها؟
اوكي.
نحن عاوزين نوعي اكثر في الموضوع، ما حاجه انسانيه، في حاجات كثيره انسانيه غير انسانيه قاعد تحصل في مجتمعاتنا كثير جدا جدا، وده كله ما حيمشي الا بناس مثلا زيكم كده واعيين متنورين يتكلموا عن طريق الفيسبوك. نعمل اي حاجه، احنا نعمل اي حاجه نساعد ناس المتعلمين شويه باكم في المحلات المخيمات المناطق دي، نكلمهم ندفع ان شاء الله ندفع من عندنا نقول لهم يا اخي امشوا يتكلموا مع الناس دي وعوم نقول لهم 1 2 3 4. That's what we should do. لكن احنا even if we blame لحد tomorrow after tomorrow they don't know. and برضه زي الاحوال الاقتصاديه يا جماعه، الجوع كافر، العرب قاعدين يقولوا الجوع كافر. انت الجيعان ده ممكن تبيع، في ناس يا اخي بياكلوا مونه بس عشان انت تقدر تقعد تمسك بطنك، ده لما يكون عندك فرصه انك عندك جنة كده شويه كده هنا انت بتبيعه برا. صراحه احنا ما جوعنا ده بنشوفه انه لا مستحيل يكون وانسانيه وما انسانيه، لكن في هنا في جوع وفي جهل، في حاجتين، والجهل سلاح بيدمر سيده، خليك من انه يدمر زول ثاني. انا هيفرضوني بمحله. شكرا لكم، وان شاء الله نتكلم وقت ثاني.
خلاص قبل ما تمشي في سؤال من جوزيف هيري 1 minute then I'll let you go. جوزيف تفضل.
السؤال شنو؟
معلش انا كل داير معلش انا كل داير اسال بقى لانه this is going to be a personal question. انت قلتي اذا خطبوكي عمرك 11 سنه، سو لما خطبوك عمرك 11 سنه انت زوجوكي عمرك كم؟
23 سنه.
اوكي يو سي ده يعني الخطوبه ما مشكله، لكن دي
لا ما انا رفضت المبدا اصلا من الاول، رفضته تماما، رفضته وانا شابه عندي الابيل زي ما قلت لك انه دي انا اتولدت في محل وتعلمت وبعرف اقول نو، قلت لناس ابوي انا ما داير راجل خالص، انا داير اقرا. شفت الوضع هنا مختلف كيف؟ انا ابيت يعني ما في ذاته خالص، انا ابيت دخلت راسي لحد ما وصلت الجامعه بتاعي انا قلت انا داير نقرا، من انا طفله كده انا داير نقرا حاجه كده في راسي، بس داير اصل محل اسمه الجامعه ده. Not every child have that kind of personality or not every child اهله ادوا فرصه انه يقول نو انا ما داير راجل مثلا هسه، ما في. زائدين وضعنا ذاته في الزمن ذاك نحن وضع كويس يعني، البلد كان في حرب ايوه، لكن ما في زول فينا حالته الاقتصاديه سيئه للوقت زي الوقت الحالي. فهمت علي يا استاذ؟ من ولد ده اسمه جوزيف
بريك.
جوزيف بريك. الوضع تماما مختلف، اختلاف السماء من الارض. فهمت؟ زي ما قلت لك بيرسوناليتي، وابوك ذاته، ابوك بالذات نوت امك، ابوك يعني انت لما ربنا يديك ابو حنين بيعرف يتكلم معك من انت جنى صغير، كلام بيولد الثقه جواك. بيولد الثقه جواك، يتكلم معاك مش يدقك، يتكلم معاك. الام بتدق يعني امنا دي بطش، لكن الابو اللي بيتكلم مع عياله بالمناسبه لكم انتم كشباب هنا كلكم بكره بعد بكره ولا الليله لو عندكم عيال حاولوا تونسوا معاهم، حاولوا يتكلموا، وروهم بالراحه. لو غلط ضابط قدامك قعدوا تحت بدل تشيل صوته تقعد تتنهر، قعدوا يتكلم معاه. الجنة ده بيستوعبك اكثر من امه اللي قاعد يدق، واكثر من اي زول ثاني قاعد يدق. So that what happened. انه انا قدرت اقول نو انا داير نقرا في حاجه كده براسي، بس خيال انه داير اوصل حاجه اسمه جامعه. واي دو اي ثينك في حين انه في الحله في اراوند في ناس من سنه سادسه ابتدائي خطبوهم، في بنات خطبوهم وعرسوا بعد كده، وهسه رجالهم بقى اولادهم بقوا رجال حتى، ونحن يا بقينا لسه هنا ده احنا تاخرنا زياده عن اللزوم. So is about parents بتاعينك، وانت ذاتك في شخصك انت عاوز شنو. لو انت محدد من صغير ودوك الثقه دي، ملوا لك الثقه دي في نفسك. وفي عيال زي حتى لو ابهاتهم ما قال لهم، امهاتهم راسهم ده قوي ما بيرضوا unless عملوا له abuse indirectly، عملوا له abuse، عودوه من هو صغير. وش اذا الحاجات ده قاعد يحصل يا جماعه and is not from ناس بعيدين، كنا عملوا له abuse ويقول عودت على الحاجه دي، وفي النهايه هو جاء الحمل ده الحمل ده. فهمتوا علي؟ يعني حتى ما بيكون اختصار. لانه انا قبل فتره برضه شفت فيديو شمالي بنت صغيره يعني شافعه صغيره حتى الراجل مصوره الراجل اللي هنا وقام نشره لكن ما اخذت اسمه. مصوره she was laughing while he's doing whatever he was doing. That means she used to it. عرفتها؟
Yes.
يعني عودوها عليه. اذا في وقت من الاوقات ما بتقدر تقول لا ثاني. سو نحن نقول في عيالنا الثقه دي. شباب وانتم قول لعيالكم يا بنتي لو في زول حبشك في محلات البرايفت ارياز نو وتعال كلمنا طوالي. يجي يكون عنده شجاعه انه يوريك ذاته يا بابا، واللي كان امه ما بيقدر يتكلم معاه يا بابا انا في زول حبشني كده كده كده. انت طبعا بتديل مع الزول ده كان انا زول باخذ جوابته طوالي.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Ashol. You have said it all.
عندك سؤال ثاني؟
Who's on the سؤال? Anybody have a question?
السلام عليكم.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. All right. Brother, Uncle Gwal, you have your 6 minutes. Are you there? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, welcome.
Yeah, thank you, young man. Lurjo Kwalamal Medit. Anyway, sorry for the viewers. And I would just so delighted to enter to the platform of Family Common Sense. Again, thank you, Mr. Guys. And the topic is very so delighted and very appealing. But though I'm not expert in this topic, but I would try my best what I could, if you could summarize to me a little bit, because I already have some kind of view on the following audience. And
okay.
All the I just trying to extend my gratitude to the funnels, and they have done a very great job, and I've been listening to them. Well done, guys. And this Family Common Sense is there for you, and therefore you can go ahead.
We had a situation that happened in social media, and it's going on around. There's a child that had, she's only 12 years old. She just had a baby. And we were talking about, is it a rape case, or is it a marriage arrangement, or what is it? This act is supposed to stop. We're not supposed to allow even our kids to get married in that age. That's considered a rape, you know? So that's why we come here to talk about this. Why are we allowing, you know, our people to do those kind of things? Because this is a crime. The government's supposed to act and do something about it. The family will not. They're not supposed to even allow that child to get married in that age. She's still a child, 11 years old, and that's what our sister just talked about it now in Arabic. That's what she was talking about. That this is not good. We're supposed to speak out, and that's we want to hear your opinion. What do you think about this?
Yeah, what I would just like to know, what part of the world that incident occur?
She's South Sudanese. I believe she's from Dinka.
And reside from what part of the world? Is it in South Sudan or
in South Sudan,
South
yes.
Africa?
South Sudan. Her name
Okay.
is something.
Where about the girl resided? Like, for example, we are in the West, and did the child in the West or back home?
Back home. Back home.
Okay. Sorry, guys, and I would just say it. And did she give us peacefully or just?
Yes.
Yeah, I would just say congratulations to her. And it's not very pleasant to express my view that way, because in this circumstance it's very hard to say congratulations. But in terms of life saving, if she's alive, I would say God, because it's a very delegated age to give us. But I think because God has a power, that's why I would just express that one, and no one would share this opinion. But because there is so many complication in such a process to a young child, but it happened and it been successfully delivered the child. That's what able me to say, congratulations, God save our life, because
But
it's not an age that.
do you think is it acceptable, or is it considered a rape case now?
Yes, I just come to my point of view.
Mm.
I just because of her life is saved and successfully he bring the child, and that is not what pleasing me, but because she's alive wherever she is. But the substance behind all these things, no one would have uh, objection or would have opinion, because if in South Sudan there is so many things happen there. That the reason why I ask him what part of the world he is. Because when you reflect the situation in South Sudan, if it could be in a Western or other part of the world, I would react in it so many different perspective. But because the child grow in that volatile environment, we may not know as they shall have the foreign around her, or those who are being caught in a certain circumstance, where they may run in a zone where they know actually a caretaker or the foreign that really needs. These are things that we may not come to conclusion and judge. But if it happens in a stable world, I could say the fall will go to the parents, those who are responsible for the child. And I would definitely say that is a failure, or the parents do not have a unification view on how to look after the nation, mean how they can bring up the children. Which means that a parallel family would have a certain view or car within the institution that they are managing, because it could be a different point. Therefore, it's a very complicated, because in South Sudan, and I'm not sure if that happened among the biological parent or just in urban area. That's what I would not have idea. Does the child have the parent reside with her when this incident happened?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, again, I would reflect, because there is so many things that are taking place in South Sudan. We are now busy to adopt the new culture. For example, the language is in South Sudan is English, which means that this language is nearly invaded the indigenous values, because I don't think in long ago within the Dinka culture or around here, there's nothing like that would occur. But because people force themselves into the new culture and the new nation with so many substance, therefore I got no expertise. What I would just say, because if I blame family in demoralization environment like South Sudan, I won't be titled maybe because it's Dinka, they don't have, the Dinka maybe feel comfortable and all that. No. In the situation of South Sudan, we would just say it. I think there is so many cases happens because people are really being traumatized, and even yeah, people are being traumatized, and I don't think for myself, I don't have a view, but I would definitely say it. The foreign failure, because there, if I could put, it would be foreign faults, and again, I would blame the situation itself in South Sudan. Therefore, I got no any expertise to to put blame on one party, because when you see the way the family run around, they are coping with different challenges.
Yes.
And therefore, maybe the children may have not enough to gain security in the family, and wherefore they could gain those access from getting friends, because it could be a lack of insecurity, or could be put security encourage such a situation. But we don't know deeply why this incident happened. Therefore, I got no any view, but I would just say I'm very sorry to hear such a view, but I'm so pleased because our life is safe. And it's very complicated matter. And because in situation of South Sudan, it limited my view because it's a volatile region.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Uncle Gol. I appreciate your time. I'm going to try to bring. Thank you for your time, Uncle.
Thank you so much. Thank you for allowing me. And therefore, the expertise are there. They can analyze on it. But I think in the situation of South Sudan, I would not put any strength to, because anything can happen. Therefore, thank you again, and thank you for allowing me. And it's a great view, and you are doing a great job for the family convention. Yes, expertise there. I will be listening behind on that.
Okay, thank you so much. Back to you, correct? We have a sister here. By name is. Let me bring it. I just saw it now. Yep. She said, "Gal kalanda fugo dablaja," and it's not true. And this girl, she's right here. I'll put it here. Gal, no, that's not. She's not 12 years old. She's 17 years old. But if you look at the image, my brother, that child look like she's 17. Huh? Let's look at this. And they said she's from Warabi State. That child, does she look like Janamur 17 years old? Are you there?
This is where the problem here is. Sometimes, I know we don't have incredible information to see exactly all you.
Oh, we can't hear you very well. There's a problem with the network. There's a problem with network with Perech. But Yama, let's be frank. Let's be honest. Yeah. The source confirmed that she's 12. Thank you, Chelsea. There's a confirmation saying that this child, this lady, she's only 12 years old. Huh? Yeah, and even if you can look carefully, this is not somebody that is 17 years old. There's no way. You can even tell. You can tell from face without. A child that is 12 years old, you can tell. Look at the image. Do you think this child is 17 years old? If you have a child that is 11 years old, look at this picture. And then tell me whether this child look like she is 17 years old.
Yeah, okay.
It's still cutting your phone.
Let's take the and then we see. So I go. Now,
Still your phone cutting. Perek, we still have problem with the connection. Thank you, brother Sylvester. He mentioned that this is not a 17 years old. Yeah, and you can tell جانا لما يكون 12 سنة أو في عمر زي ده شوفوا كويس هل جانا ده بيكون سي 12 سنة عشان كده we have to be very careful لأنه جانا ده ما she's not even UN they try to intervene and she's a child. Like we can agree to disagree, like based on the picture and based on the report, it says that she is 12 years old. You know, يعني حملت في عمر بتاع 11 سنة, and by the time she's 12 she had her first child. You know, يعني لما تشوف صورة ده ما صورة بتاع إنه زول قاعد ساكت, ده زول عمله فوقه ولا زول بس دبلجة. You can tell. ده ما دبلجة يا جماعة. Let me take this one out. You know, and thank you, my brother. You see, this is not a child. قال عمره 12 سنة. I mean 17 سنة. أنا زي ده شايف عمره 17 سنة؟ No طبعا. المشكلة إنه and this is from the Minister of the Health confirming إنه جنى ده she's a child. It's a confirmation بيقول في Minister of Health وبيقول إنه عمره كم. Let me try to bring Brother Perech again. كان في مشكلة في network. It's still.
Yeah, hello.
أيوة كده is working now.
كده is working, man.
Yeah. كبير كان قاعد يقطع.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
والناس بيقولوا جنى ده
anyway, thank
قال
you.
عمره 17. قال she's 17. كده do you think she's 17?
It is amazing. If you're going to argue about if how old she is, she's 17 or she's older than that, they're absolute evidence. Even the people who say she's 17, they actually don't have an absolute evidence of how old she is. But you can see from the picture, and you can see from how she hold the kids and how she's even looking at. Does that look like a woman who can have a kid? You have to make sense out of what you really know. Sense out of it. Look at this. This is really like a lady can have a baby, even if you don't have evidence of age, regardless of just being defensive, and you think 17 years old from your honesty. Our problems here is not about where she's from. And my problem here, I just want to be clear to people. What I want to clarify here, I don't want to be emotional about this situation. I don't want to blame this situation. أنينا في مشاكل, أنينا جعانين. It doesn't matter to who جعان في you're immoral. To me, this is a crime, immoral. Something like it's wrong. أنا جعان. In this concept, I don't want to be emotional here. I know. Really trying to blame things. Yeah, it's stuff that are not going well in our country. Absolutely, everybody will agree on that. Does it mean you have to do that? I don't think anything is allow the crime to happen. My concept of is very clear. I don't even care about even for example, for me, I may say thanks God she made it alive. It's not because she makes something different or something new, because this is the way of suffering. And plus, if you allow this to happen, it's definitely going to be there. And I disagree with people who say in our traditional or في culture بتاعنا, I do not see a that culture like getting 12 years old or even 13 years old to make them as a wife. انا ما يعني لو في زول حصل لهم ولا في ناس قاعدين الكلام ده فيه ده مشكلتهم، لكن انا شخصيا كده other tribe in South Sudan that yeah guy ball. Number two, regardless of roof, well official, this is the concept of wrong. To me, to make the justice, I don't have to wait for the country to be well or to be right. You know, this happened right now, and this is wrong, regardless of what is going on in my country. In my country will allow me to do this. All right. If this happened on the street without parents' agreement, Zuruf Wadinasarak is all right, and put it in the right place and condemn it. You know, but nothing really, really good about this. Doesn't matter what uzur. Yani, to me, the way I see it, my uzur, this happened because we have this, because we have that. تقول ده تقول حاجة.
Yeah, في sister Akwech قال إنه you guys, if you guys have a problem with South Sudan government, stay away from us. You know what you know. This is two different issues now. Huh? يعني عشان نقول له حقائق bigger the problem of South Sudan government. You know, we are talking about a child. We're not talking about government.
Alma, we're talking about the child, but at the same time, if I want to criticize the government, I'm sorry to say this, but who owns this government? It belongs to who, actually?
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. And
this
that's why our sister
this is the right thing.
Who is us?
Yeah. So it doesn't matter. And my problem, I want to clarify the issues. بإنه المشكلة اللي حصل ده, we don't have to blame the government. At the same time, government is not doing well.
Government has nothing to do with this. Yes.
Yeah. But at the same time, government is not doing well. For me to criticize government, I can criticize government. Nothing will stop me from criticizing the government, because this government represents me, you know, and every decision government made will affect me. Do you think that, look, South Sudan ما بتعزول بس ما تخلونا نتكلم ساعة نمشي محل كده, you know, because we're not talking about whatever. My family will own the government in South Sudan, and you think this is yours. They're dreaming. But whatever is going wrong in our society, you know, is going wrong. So أنهنا ما ممكن نعمل blame لحاجة بإنه بتاع ده حصل لأنه ده حصل. No. Justice has to be right now. Justice for individual. Like البنت الإنسان الصغير ده مشكلته شنو هسه حاليا? What is her problem? Nothing to do with the government, but at the same time, would we blame that because government is bad? That's why this happened to her. This can happen even if the country is very well established. This can happen. Like in Hajjad Del Gaim, chase cave. They chase them by law. You know, and I think that the family common sense is not a political opinion place here.
Absolutely.
Even if we mention government sometime, but we have some platform we can criticize government to the teeth. نشوف الزول بيجي يتكلم يقول لي يا ما تعمل كده ليه؟ لأنه البلد اساسا لو بتاع زول واحد الزول اللي نشوفه هيوديه وين؟ You know? So but that's not our subject. Our subject is إنسانية. لأنه الجنوبيين يا جماعة بصراحة كده يا guy. عندنا مشكلة في listening sometimes. You know. Now whatever you're talking about ده حاجة إنساني. حاجة إنساني regardless of what you come from and what you stand for. You know. We can be, me and you, we can be different in our political opinion or our, you know, political affiliation. We can be different. But when it comes to the right thing, it's the right thing. When it comes to the family, it's the family. Doesn't matter, it's against me, but this family Sudanese, they are in my heritage, you know. So you need to speak the truth. So the justice of these young girls and what is happening to the young girls who never heard of them or they never
There's
heard their voice.
there's another one here. Parag, are you there?
Yes, yep, yeah, I'm there. Yep.
Okay, girls, let me put on the screen. Girl, no, where is it? Right here. Yep. Girl, how many girls are married underage in South Sudan and we don't talk about it?
It's not because we don't talk about it,
There's a
because this,
difference between underage and who are age appropriate, like 17, for instance, or 18. Those are reasonable age, but not 12 or
yeah,
11 years old.
yeah. ما المشكلة هنا زارو المشكلة شنو؟ المشكلة أنا ما فاهمين شنو. I think sometimes we need to understand and we need to differentiate the issues. زول واحد ده ممكن يغير الدنيا. All right. This kind of thing, they maybe a lot of them happening, but they are not on the radar. But when one thing's kicked out on the radar and people pick it up, that one thing will change the rest. We do understand the situation. We do understand what is going on, to people who don't have really enough education. We do understand that there's a lot of things going on that are in a hidden place.
Yes.
But if one
Yes.
things like this come up, this is what will trigger everything and will change and will bring an awareness. ده البتاع ده اساسا انت لو قلت تلم جنوب السودان ده كله وتكلموا وتتكلم عن مواضيعهم في زمن واحد, you're not gonna able to do this. One
There's
thing
no
if
way.
it come up, yeah, you need something to trigger, to trigger the point. If this is now on the radar, why don't we speak up? Because I see it in a concept of wrong. This is not my issue.
Exactly.
My issue, the concept is wrong. Ita jan maso da ita we take that simple thing, and this is a simple human right. As a family member, you have right to protect your family. As a member of society, you have a right to protect a human. Something wrong with a human, you have to say the right. So doesn't matter we relate this issue to anything else, but أنا قاعد أشوفه يا كلام البتاع ده ما في أذر. Very despicable. Even sometimes when you hear other people they saying because this can happen. I don't see it that way. We need to be precise. We need to be clear what is wrong and what is right. حتى تقول لي والله يا أخي معلش دي المساكين معلش ظروف. No. ده ما زمن ظروف, ده ما زمن مساكين. We've seen this wrong. It may take somebody life.
جانا بنت ينوم في عمر 11 years old. لو كان حاجه بيحصل كثير هنا في السودان, yes we can say hey there's an issue here, لكن حاجه ده ما بيحصل كثير. And that's why when incident like this happen, we have to talk about it.
Definitely. I do agree with you because these are not normal issues. These are very strange to everybody. It's a why ولما مثقف لما تسمع كلام ده كلام حاصل it's wrong, right?
Yes.
So what is like if you don't want to say it in stereotyping and bringing up stuff doesn't roll. It's wrong.
Your network is cutting.
This is okay. I think if my network is cutting again, I think the issue of network. But for me, I think I will drop for a little bit and then I will be listening. And later on, if I want to come, it's okay.
Okay.
Appreciate you bringing this one up, and this issue are very important. Very critical. Anything on the radar, like
yes,
we need to talk about it. We need to this tradition. This you.
So Faraj network is getting bad. Amel, welcome.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
I
Good to
can't
see you.
complain. I give the glory to God. Alhamdulillah.
Amen. Amen.
Mhm.
Yeah, we have another issue that's going on social media, and thanks our sister Chelsea, عملت video قبل, and she's supposed to be here with us, but she's working, you know. And I was even talking to her early. And this issue's been going on for the last what 2 days now. In Jana عمرها 12 سنة ولدت في عمرها 12 سنة, which mean انه هي حملوها او زوجوها من عمر 11 سنة, 11 years old, you know. And what can you tell us? You know, she's still a child. يعني 12 years old, I can't imagine, you know. أنا دي بده مرة 12 سنة. So even to allow her in somebody to go and marry her, you know, I will not do that. حتى لو 18 برضه is considered a child. لكن in our country 17, 16, they look at it as it's acceptable to marry a child that is 17, 18. But imagine 12 or 11. What can you tell us?
Mm-hmm. Hi too. أنا بجي بطريقة totally different. We agree to disagree and disagree to agree.
Yes.
Let me take you guys back. في فرق
Mm.
بين حياة في مدينة وحياة في الجراس روت. في
Mm.
totally different.
Right.
الناس اللي يتكلموا ديل I don't know when the last time they been in ما في South Sudan but في القرية بتاع South Sudan. أنا 2010 أنا مشيت في South Sudan, مشيت all the way في villages.
Mm.
2012 أنا مشيت في villages. 2017 أنا مشيت في villages. في حاجات أصلا كانت موجودة
Mm.
من بداية. الناس ما بيتكلموا عنهم. We don't talk about it. لكن في حاجات موجودة. عندنا قبيلتين هم يعني معروفين جدا جدا في جنوب السودان, هو ناس دينكا وناس ناس نوير.
Oh,
بناتهم
sorry.
بيعرف.
خليك اتكلم انجليزي.
Oh my God. Okay. All right.
Mm.
Dinka Equatoria. Well, what if I don't know English? Okay, that's fine.
Amen.
Yeah, so those things are already been there. There's
Mm.
nothing new for us, especially for Dinka tribe and Nuer tribe. This is their a cultural way of them being, their girls been married earlier. I
Mm.
told you guys last time, my mom married in the age of 14. So this is a part of their culture. It's nothing new for them,
Mm.
you know.
Mm.
So for
Mm.
us to condemn them, this is not the time to condemn them. And who we have to condemn, we have to go back to the village where this is their belief. You know, it's like you changing somebody who's really like a Muslim or whatever you believe in, and you're gonna
Mm.
tell me that this your belief it is not right. It's gonna take a lot of energy for you to to convince them that, and you have to bring all the evidence why you think this thing. Like Muslimin, when they used to convince us to turn to Islamic, they will give us money. This thing it doesn't need money. It needs beyond that. It need that intervention because this is what they believe. And back home in the village, there is like a sheep. Sheep they give them the authorization. The government is not in charge in this case, though, because the government give the sheep authorization. There is a other issue that cannot be taken care by the government. It's only by the sheep of that village. So
Mm.
those sheep, yeah, people. I mean, I see how people are really. We should not like people now. They came with the conclusion. We are concluding something that we don't know. It's good for people to have information to know really the root cause of this thing and when this
So
history
sorry for
started.
cutting you, Ahmed. Sorry for cutting you. So you're trying to say that you have witnessed it with your own eyes?
Yes, I'm coming. Yeah, I'm coming now. And there is a different way of managing back home in village. In
Mm.
my village, my own village, when I went to bury my late dad, what
Mm.
happening there is more than that. There's a way of the girls to get married. Some girls,
Mm.
they will turn themselves to you, despite of how old they are. He can come to you and say, I choose you to be my husband, whether you like it or not. and you cannot disgrace that family. You will accept that that young girl as your wife.
Wow.
So yeah, that's why I said we should not do the conclusion. This, and we are just jumping in conclusion here. But a lot we have to go back to the history of the marriage back home that Denka were. The lady is from Denka, so me I'm from Denka, and I know. 2010 I had a meeting in Egypt, and I had a meeting in a will with our women, telling them that a child cannot have a child. This is wrong completely. But the work, it is not going to be in the media, and the work is not going to be in the city. Those work, it have to be in the grassroots, in the villages, because this is what they believe. And we have to tell them the advantage or disadvantage of such a thing. They've been allowing it. It's been going on since Habobati. It's been going on. And one of the reasons that they will let the girl to marry early, they don't want the girl to bring a shame. They don't want the girl to disgrace the family. So they will let you marry early, because if you go out and you start having sex early and you have a baby, there's a lot of reason behind it. That's why, I mean, we are in the wrong topic today. This is a wrong topic today. But it's good to educate ourselves. No, it's good to, no, yeah, it's good to educate ourselves,
Amel,
because this is,
11 years old.
That's what I told you.
Who's going to introduce 11 years old to have sex or something like that?
If we look into that, the man that accept that woman too, the man, if you too, the man need to be educated too. Those men that have been accepting to sleep with them, are they sleeping with them on which base? As a girlfriend, or is like a wife to them? As a man, this child is a baby, and you accept to sleep with that woman, and you accept to marry that woman. So there is a lot of things that cultural way that is really connected, and we really need to bring too many evidence to understand, like, based on what she ended up pregnant. Is she really married to the guy? Did they force her to marry to the guy? Did she carry herself to the guy? There is too many ways of marriage back home in our village, especially in Azenka. And they believe in that this is a part of the marriage.
Okay.
And because they believe in that, we need to work hard on it.
But 11 years old, I mean, it reminds that you have no words to say. Your parents, they will talk on your behalf if you are only 11, right? So that means that girl she have no mind or opinions to say anything, because she's still a child. Which means her family, they're the one leading her to do whatever she's doing.
That's what I said. You guys are going deeply to something that you have to have energy to be ready for that fight. It's a fight, and it's a really fight. And I'm not against it, but we have to go to the village to educate people, to let them know. I did that. 2010, I went to Egypt. I educated my women. I went to my village. I educate them, and I told them, especially when I went to bury my dad in 2017. They kind of like, we never believed that the woman can come and bury, her own father. So I told them, this is the advantage of education. So there's a way for us to change their mind. Like, okay, if you guys like the way I did it to my late dad, then your girls can do it. But you have to change the idea that you want to put your girl to get married early as an income. Give her a chance to go to school, and then she could bring that income on her own instead through a man. Don't be reliable. Like, independent to depend on somebody. Like, this is how they are. They depend on men. So we should teach them that not to depend on men. Because they feel like if you got married, that your in-law will be taking care of your family due to the traditional thing. Nothing more than that. It doesn't matter if they are poor or not. But it's traditional thing.
Do you know a coach Deng quote? She said, sister, don't waste your time with them, because they don't know what they're talking about. So it means you're wasting your time with us. We don't know what we're talking about.
No, according quote, I'm not wasting my time. This is our traditional, and we have to fight it. But we have to find a way to fight it. Because, at that age, we thank God the lady, she didn't pass away. With that age, that's why a lot of girls that we lose them when they are delivering the kids. There is a complications. There's a blood pressure. There is a loss of losing a lot of blood. There's a lot of things that they don't know, that we need to educate them, that this is too dangerous for them to have.
What she meant to say, don't waste your time with us. We don't know what we are talking about. So it's like you're wasting your time talking to us because we are
So
wrong. We're against the government. We're against Sudanese. That's what you thought.
no, you guys are not wrong. And I mean, this is not the culture of South Sudan by itself. It's the culture of the whole African. You Google that. How early a girl from Africa can get married. We could Google that and find out. This is a problem of the whole African that we need to fight. And right now, we the one that who really had the information. We know that there is too many things that, like too many dangers that we
Mm,
have to save their lives. You know, something that you don't know may not kill you, but something that you know may kill you. For us, we know that this is not right. It is. It will take time, but we have to educate them. It is not right. It is against that child to get married early, even if like whether through she accept that by herself or the parents put her through that or whatever the circumstance or the reason. It is too early for her, and it's not worth it for her to waste her. Yeah, this is the wasting of her future. She have a bright future more than that. She does have we don't know her destiny, but she have a great destiny. But we assume things and we limited things. We limited the life of a girl, a woman. You know, in Africa, we really limited such a thing. And some
mm,
country they passed that already, but we South Sudan we still behind, especially in Denka. This is our problem, and we need to face it, and we really need to find a way for it. It is not healthy. It is not a healthy marriage. It is not a healthy for that girl. There's a lot of
mm.
things that is not healthy for her, but it's a traditional thing that we need to fight. And it is not easy. It's going to be really a fight, but we have to fight it. We have to educate them. We have to use a diplomatic way to educate them that, hey, the disadvantage of advantage. The good thing that they will see, because what they want to see is the beauty of the other side, right? Show them the beauty of the other side. If they see the beauty of the
So,
other
so,
side, they're
so,
convinced,
so,
they will let go.
so, in other words, it is our chiefs' fault because there's no government on our grassroots, right? So, in the conclusion, that what you're trying to say, it is not parents' fault, but it's the chief's fault because they're allowing this to happen.
It is everybody's fault. That's why I said we don't know her case, how she ended up getting pregnant. Did she, because I told you some girls, they will take themselves to you, to your house. If they know like that now, guy, you came from America, and whether even if they know you have a wife, they will go and say, I don't mind to be number 10.
Mm,
It's a serious case.
mm.
So in this case, I don't know, is it the issue of the girl herself or her parents or the guy who slept with her? We don't even know. The man just, sometimes it may be from out of luck. So we don't know the case, how the lady really end up pregnant. And this
Okay.
is what we really
Thank
want to
you,
know.
Amel. You
Hmm.
stay there with us.
Yes.
Uncle Gwal, you want to say something before I give Suzanne Ali? We can hear you. You muted.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Yes, I'm so delighted to be back, and I'm so pleased to the view expressed by Sister Amel. What I would just, as I say early on, is very hard to put on one side. But even by though the matter is so complicated, there is no any one way or another to judge which direction. But we have a responsibility as we belong to those society to educate our people, because as I mentioned earlier that our region is so volatile and there is a low, the land is like lawlessness. And therefore, what I just trying to a little bit to Sister Amel, yes, certain ethic, it is exists in Nuer and Dinka. The process is a part of securing or when you treasure a family, because sometimes the process we have from both society, when you secure a certain family, you love your kid to be a part of that, or they approach your family, they will all ring, that ring the foot in the hand, but they don't go too far early as what we're discussing now. They always put a ring until they shall become mature. They raise that child until become mature
At
or
least
age of
17 or
17.
18.
Yes, that's what I know. That's what I know in the past exists in Nuer and Dinka. But this point of 12 years old, as Sister Mel put early, both can be questioned. The man slept with a little girl, and even also the parent. There is no anyone have the answer. What we could also advocate, as we are here in Family Commons, and we are the voiceless of the voice, those who cannot speak of themselves. For those who said we are wasting our time, I would also, there no one else will come out of our community. It's us who have to have a volunteer. Whether the view are not right to others, but people will go and brainstorm themselves and how this certain circumstance can be prevented in the future, or those institutions can be evaluated on how, as I say earlier, I say congratulations. Somebody may say in a different aspect why this elders say congratulations is as I explained that because when she's alive, because as sister outlined, there is a lot of certain for a certain age to experience those process, which means that we say hallelujah to God. That means for my congratulations because our life is saved. What we are here for in Family Commons, let the viewers not take us wrong. We are background in those society. We're trying to appeal to the elder and the others responsible. This is not reflect you. This practice is not reflect human right. As we all grow in those society, our society they always value human right. As I say earlier on, when they love your family, they come and all the ring on the child that they treasure in your family, but they wait until the age that is responsible. But at this movement, we don't know what is going on. Is it because the land there is no law and responsibility? No. At the moment, what I could have said to all the people responsible, we are not going to blame any one of the the government because it's not a government issue. Exactly. But the government, the government is our safeguard. We may put a request to look into those and also asking the government if they may have a view on what we discuss. Because the government will not be there without people.
Thank you, both.
Government is governing people, and therefore we are part of those. Yeah, what I was asking just has to appeal, and then for them, because they're carrying our power, they have to review the policies, the villages, normal whole, and carrying on such a procedures and put some and help those chief to evaluate those all system process in order to prevent certain things happen, and therefore let us take any view also is reasonable. Thank you.
All right, it's time for Suzanne Ali.
We can't hear her.
We can't hear you.
Yeah, I just miss I miss you guys a lot. Thank you for allowing me back again. I was just busy with school.
Good to see you again.
Today's topic, as I kind of disagree with Sister Mel a little bit because there's no time, there's no good time, there's no bad time to discuss this topic. Okay. As for us, for a child to be 11 and being pregnant, I know we have a culture, okay, but that culture is not working. And it's our responsibility, okay, to educate our young men, young women, older women, okay, in the village. Because I'm pretty sure by now it's this topic of today we finished. What's next? What's next? Nothing's gonna be done. Nothing's gonna be said. The picture is just gonna be all over social media, and then a week after it's gone. A month again, we're gonna see another 11-year-old baby girl getting pregnant. We have to do something. The culture is not working. Yes, it is our culture. Yes, we grew up into that culture, but is it working now? We are a new generation. It's not working. We have to do something about it. How can we let an 11-year-old, okay, girl getting pregnant, even to deliver? We cannot say congratulations. I will never say congratulations. I say, Lord, thank you for delivering her safe. But for me to use the word congratulations, I'm happy. No, we have to define the word congratulations before using it. I'm sorry for people that are saying congratulations or because she delivered safely. No, we have to say thank you, Lord, that she was able to deliver safely. What are we congratulating her for? For having a baby at that age? Are we? No, we're not. So we cannot use the word congratulation. This is a bad term in my side. We agree to disagree. In my point of view, I'm not saying congratulations. I say thank you, Lord, for her delivering the baby safe, and she's safe and the baby's safe. We cannot continue to say, oh, it's our culture. Yes, it is our culture. Is it working? The same way we disagree that we don't want to marry or let our husband marry another woman. Why are we allowing it? Because that was our culture too. For our men to marry multiple wives. It didn't work for us. Especially as the new generation and the people who are coming after us, it's not working. That's why we don't want to allow our men to marry multiple wives. So what are we allowing that culture? Okay, it still continue destroying children, not knowing what they're doing. We have to educate their mothers. We traveled back home, and Sister May, you went back home, and I'm pretty sure you tried your best, but still your best not enough. We all have to join one hand. One hand cannot clap. One hand cannot clap. أمي كان بتقول لنا اليد الواحد بصفق ما في زول بيسمعه. لما احنا when we join together, the whole world can hear our clap. That's what we need to do. When are we going to say enough is enough? The children are looking up to us to do something. Especially the women in the village are looking up, okay, for people who are, احنا جينا في البلد ده. We are chosen to come here for a reason. We have to cook our brain. We have to use our brain. Not here we're driving cars, okay, different kind of living comfortably and forgetting what's going on there. Yes, it's not the government, but who is the government? We are the government. There's no government without us. We are the body. We are the body of that government. Yes, they don't know, but by us speaking over it, let them know something. I know they may not do something. We don't know. But this thing must stop, has to stop. And it's not going to stop tomorrow if we don't say anything. It's not going to stop a year from now. Because what? Because, we say, that's our culture. Our great-great-grandfather grew up into that. We all brought up knowing that. No, it's not. Maybe it works for them. It's not working for us. I have girls. And they're ثلاثة بنات. Do you think if I was back home, somebody taught me something, you think that would happen to my daughter? No. You know why? Because somebody taught me something and I learned one or two from it. I'm not going to let it happen. Even if I have to struggle. Yeah, we say, because situation is bad back home. Indeed, it's bad. It's been bad. It's not like, oh my God, it just happened. No, it's been bad and it's still going. Every day, guys, every day is going. It's time for us to speak up, make our voice be heard. The culture is not working. I don't care if it was back then they have to marry at the age of 15. No, or 11. No, she's 11. And at the same time, yes, we don't know the situation yet, but the situation is she's given birth at the age of 11. We may not know the situation, yes, but the situation is she's given birth at the age of 12, maybe get pregnant at the age of 11 and deliver at the age of 12. That's the situation. It's not working. And it will never work. And men, it's not just women, not us mothers. You guys have voices. You guys have to speak up too. Men out there or back home may listen to you guys. It's not right. You're violating that child. That's abuse. That's a crime being committed. I don't care about the culture. 11-year-old, no. When are we going to talk about it? There's no time. This is the time because we're here. We've been chosen to come here for a reason. We not got the luck. No, it's not luck for us to be. We didn't come here. Oh, it's my luck that you chose me. No, we were chosen by God to come here. It's not because my kids were better than yours. No. Guys, we have to cook our mind. We have to educate ourselves. Not only us. We have to stretch our hands back home. It's time. No, we're not waiting until Kiir get off the office. We don't know when. But women are suffering. Children are suffering. We're here just talking. We had a platform to speak about it. What about them? Who's their voice? We are their voice. We are.
Thank you, Suzanne Ali. Before I give Brother Majak Fursa, Amel, you want to clarify something because our sister Susan, she said she disagreed with you because this is what you witnessed. This is what you saw at grassroots. Kids, they've been married in the early age, 12, 13, 14. You mentioned your mom, she got married when she was 14, right?
Yes, my mom married when she was 14, yes.
And now, do you agree with Susan Ali?
I think Susan, she didn't get my point very right. This is the first thing that I did, And Gupta, you guys came with a conclusion without knowing the background of how the lady got pregnant. And I tried to explain myself to tell you guys that our culture, we have different way of marrying, and this is the culture that it been there before, even before our parents. So it's a time for us. Like, I didn't agree for the lady to get married in that age, but I said this is something like we conclude in the lady, she got pregnant and she had the baby, but we didn't know which way she got pregnant. Did she get married? Did she carry herself to the man by herself? Or which way she got married? This is the thing that I try to clarify, and I said this is a part of our culture. So what we're gonna be fighting is a culture that we have to fight, and it's not. That's what I said. It would take all the energy because it is not something that it's something they believe. They believe in that, and so we have to go back to where they start believing in this thing, which is really the village. It's not the city. It's in a village. So we have to go to village and educate them and let them know. And that's why I brought the example of my late dad. When I went to bury my late dad, everybody was so surprised because I was a woman. And they don't believe a woman can do that. So, but I told them that this is the difference. You guys have to let you guys kids to go to school and have education. Because if you have education, that education is better than a man that married you. So I think Susan, she didn't get my point. That was my point. Like, I didn't agree with the whole thing, but I said this is the background. So you guys came with the conclusion. So instead of us coming with a conclusion, let's find out what the root cause of this thing. How she got married and how she got pregnant. That's was my point. How she got pregnant, and I speak about our the background of the way people could get married in Denka. So this is our way for us. We got married. For us to fight that, we have to go back to the village. It's not even in the city. It's the people in the village. They believe in that. So we have to go and talk to them and let them know. Like it eventually it's gonna be changed, but it's gonna take time. It's not an easy thing for that because this is something they believe. And one of the reasons too, I said they believe like if they after you got the girl, if you have the first period, they don't want you to go continuously because they feel you're gonna bring disgrace. Like here now, we do have the way to protect yourself so you could not be pregnant. But back home, they don't have all those ways. So they believe like if they let you without, they don't have protection. The only protection they have to give you to a man. Bring disgrace to a family. So those kind of that's the reason behind all these things. But for us, we have to go and educate them and let them like change their mind that this is not the truth. There's a different way to get protection if they really need a protection. So there's a lot of things that we have to educate them that they don't even know. They believe in one thing and they don't want disgrace from a girl. They don't want a disgrace to the family. And they believe that if they let the girl go and if she's very active sexually, she will bring a disgrace. Some people will bring yes. Some people also, let me put one point. Some girls, if they got pregnant early, they will just give it to a man just to cover that thing. There's a lot of things behind it that we don't know that we really need to know, and then we need to fight it. I think Susan hand is up. Yeah, you're welcome.
Susan, and then I'll give a chance to Majak.
Okay, the reason I said I disagree with you, Emil, because he said it's not the time for the topic. As I said, when are we going to talk about it? Look, there's no time.
Okay. No. Okay, I didn't mean like I said that. No, I said the way they like. It's what I mean. Like it's not time to talk. It's not the time to talk about it. It's not the time to like. What I mean to come with the conclusion. Like we really like if we want to talk about it, we have to go back home in a village because this is where we have all these kind of things going on. And then, like, that's what I mean. It's not like it's not the time to talk about it. No, me, myself, I want to talk about it. 2010, we are in 2021 now. It's like 11 years ago. I talked about it, and I told them this is totally wrong. It was totally wrong. But it wasn't, enough for me to, to achieve something through it. But I did, I talk about it in Egypt and in Awil, in my town. Sophia was with me, too. You know Sophia. So we went and we educate some women about such a thing and let them know that there is no benefit out of it and it's not healthy. But we couldn't have another time to go back and do it because everybody end up busy. But maybe this girl now, she's gonna bring the reason for us to talk about it and then to fight it. Something have to happen for us to look at it because a lot of girls had same issue. But why this girl? Why especially her? So maybe God allowed this thing to happen. So ask for us to acknowledge it and know that this is not right and to start fighting it. Somebody have to start to manifest through her. So this thing manifests through this girl, and I'm glad that everybody acknowledge it and people are going to talk about it more.
Thank you. Let's give
Joseph Brush came back for me. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Let's give Majak a chance.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
You guys you can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Appreciated that. Let me share with you guys a little bit. This topic is very beautiful. And I want to speak Arabic because, right now it's in the morning in Africa. And this topic is going to Africa. People right now, they are awake. So they can hear something. It's not everybody in Africa is speaking English.
Okay.
Yeah. أنا بقول التوبيك ده يعني توبيك حلوة جدا. المشكلة أنا قريت topic بتاعك فوق who can بتاع name how we name the children. Like right now you got another topic right for the little girl.
اثنين كله. لكن احنا ركزنا في موضوعنا ده لانه urgent. يلا تعميم سلمنا فوق يوم 3. يا تفضل.
نخش في الموضوع بتاع البيت الصغير الحمل. البيت ده لحسب تقديري انا ما بعرف، انا ما عندي انفورميشن، لكن انا شايف كده 14 ولا 15 ولا 16 ما 11 years cannot be pregnant. لان انا عندي بنات so I don't think so. بينه 11 سنه يحمل انا ما بعرف، لكن كان ممكن يكون 14 او 15 او 16.
مجاك
كان عندكم معلومات دقيقه كده او انا ما بعرف.
اوكي I disagree with you لانه كل جنة بيختلف من جنة الثاني. البادي بتاعنا بيختلف من يزول. في عيال بيبلغوا بدري even 9 years old. تخيل 9 سنة بيبلغ.
Okay, maybe I don't know. I'm not مخصص في حاجات.
كل جنة بيختلف من جنة الثاني.
اوكي نخش في توبيك المشكله هنا يا جماعه. المشكله بتاع اختي سوزانا عن اختي امال زي ما بيقولوا ابول ولا نيوب the same thing. ابول ولا نيوب يا نهرقوا ولا كله يعني same thing. انتوا كلكم صح ما في مشكله في كلام. So all this stuff is good. فأنا بشوف في السودان في جنوب السودان يعني حاجة ده كان بيحصل من زمان. البنات الصغار يعني لحد من 14 لحد الدول العربية بيعملوا الكلام ده. كلهم بيعملوا الكلام زي ده. ما في قانون ذاتية لا يوروب أو في أمريكا أو في كندا بيعمل constitution عشان البنت الصغيرة عمره كم كده ما يحبشوا زولا أكبر منه. ما عندهم كلام زي ده. كفا نحن بنشوف ان هسه حاليا شفنا العالم ليه بيعملوا كلام زي ده. يعني التراديشنال بتاعنا زمان العادات والتقاليد بتاعنا في حاجات كويسه نخلوه في اللايف بتاعنا، في حاجات ما كويسه لازم ان احنا نسيبوها. سبيشال في النقطه بتاع البنات الصغار ديل لازم ان احنا نخلوه ويعملوا الله في الليدر بتاع السودان يعمل الله. البيت عمره صغير ما ينوم مع ولد عمره كبير او الراجل عمره كبير. دي بيعمل بروتكتنج شويه. يعني زول انت كان عملت كلام زي ده انت زول اكبر من البيت انين هيسجنوك زي في امريكا هنا او في استراليا او في كندا هيسجنوك كده. بيعمل بروتكشن لجنة شويه لاطفال. وانت مره كبير كمان ما تنوم مع اولاد الصغار. انت كان نمت مع اولاد الصغار كمان بسجنوك. يعني بوب سايد. كفى الحكومه المفروض يعمل كلام زي ده. ليدرز انا ما بقول جفرمنت، انا بقول كل الليدرز بتاع قبائل في جنوب السودان كله. والعادات والتقاليد اننا كلنا في جنوب السودان، كلنا في جنوب السودان 64 قبيله اننا كلام زي ده. ونحن اننا 64 قبيله ما بنحب بس بنت صغيره يعني يحملوا صغيره زي ده عمره 13 ولا 12. زي في اخونا مشى قبيل البيت انت كان حبيته بخطوا روين بقولوا لون برطانه بتاع دينكا ناخذ لون في يدينا ان ينتميك يعني نقولوا ينتميك في مخطوبه يعني she gonna be go ahead محجوزه. يعني يلا لما يكبر يعني عمره بقى 17 ولا 16 يلا ممكن الراجل يجي يعرسها يقعد في البيت. ده كلام ده فيه. لكن نحن هسه حاليا الدنيا عمل شيء. البنات الصغار ديل اللي لازم نعمله بروتكشن نعمله كيف؟ نعمله بشنو؟ بالله من الليدرز يعملوا في برلمان يصدروا قانون البيت عمره كده ما يحبشوها، الراجل عمره كده، والمرأة والولد الصغير عمره كده، المرأة الكبير المرأة عمره كده ما يحبشها ما ينوم معه. ده بيكون protecting اللي هناي لقانون. كفانا بلوم الحكومة الليدرز بتاع جنوب السودان. أنا I blame them. They're supposed to do that. Even الأسعار بتاع الإيرس مفروض يعملوا كل واحد في جنوب السودان. ما دينك يندو أسعار والنوير ما بيكون عنده أسعار والشلوك ما بيكون عنده أسعار. يعملوا سير واحد بس في جنوب السودان كله. البير كان بعرسه ب10 بقر يعرسوا كله ب10 بقر. البير كان بعرسه كله 10 جدادة يعرسوا كله ب10 جدادة. بالجنوب كله في 6 في 46 ولا 64 قبيلة يعملوا قانون زي ده. هسا الناس في ناس يعني بيرفعوا اسعار بقى تجاره للبنات والبنات بايرين والاولاد ما عندهم قروش. شايف الحاله بتاع جنوب السودان. عشان كده البنات الولد يمشي يسرق البيت يمشي يحملها anyway ماشي مجان because الاسعار ما يعني الاولاد ما بيقدروا يحملوا ما you cannot afford it. وانا الكلام ده بيعمل بليم لحكومه جنوب السودان. والفاملي الفاملي هو الدوله. كان ما في فاملي ما في حاجه اسمه الدوله. الدوله بتكون فوضى. لما نكون فاملي فوضى الدوله ذاتها فوضى. الدوله بيبدا من وين؟ بيبدا من البيت.
ثانك يو مجاك.
نخش في كلام.
في سؤال انت قلت هنا انه الحكومه يا المفروض يشوف مشكله ده صح؟
يعني الحكومه المفروض يصدروا برلمان، يصدروا قرار يعملوا كونستيتيوشن في جنوب السودان. البيت بيعرسوا بقروش كده، والبيت الصغيره عمره كده ما يحبشوا كده، والمراه الولد الصغير المراه ما يحبشها كده. ما الدنيا بتطور يا جماعه.
المشكله
وانا اعرف
المشكله في قوانين في بلد وفي سلاطين في بلد right those they have different laws. عندنا بعد كده في ناس في المدينه اللي هو حكومه اللي قانون براو. كيف نقدر نقنع الناس اللي في البلد السلاطين عشان يطبقوا البرنامج ده للناس اللي في البلد مثلا you know they have their own ideas.
يا الحكومه يا هو ابو الدوله. الحكومه لما يصدروا قرار اول حاجه بنادوا سلاطين يوروهم، ما بيصدروا برامج كده يلا يودوا طوالي. ينادوا سلاطين بتاع قبائل كله في جنوب السودان. نقول يا جماعه اننا ايشو كده اننا نحله، اننا يعني يخطوا اوبشنز. انا هنا قاعد نقولوا كده كده كده، وانا هنا قاعد نقولوا كده كده، رايكم شنو؟ يعني ناس يقعدوا يونسوا ويخشوا في الراي الحلو. الراي الحلو ده يمشي به الدوله كله. انت تشيله تمشي به بلدك، وانا اشيله امشي به بلدي، وامال امشي به بلده، سوزان امشي به بلده، نمشي نصدر الكلام زي ده. ده كلام المفروض يحصل.
ثانك يو مجاك. هنرجع لك. Susan, you have your 3 minutes. Susan, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you agree with what our brother is saying or no? أنا now بقول قال المشكلة ده إلا حكومة يعمل دستور. تفتكر الدستور ده بيشتغل ولا مفروض كل زول يكون دستور لنفسه؟ You have to take care of your own family. Don't worry about the government. You apply the laws for your own family first, and then بعد كده ممكن نقدر نغير الدولة. You know؟ لكن لو احنا ركزنا الحكومة يا بيعمل برنامج ده، في ناس هنا برضه هيكونوا بيتعبوا ورانا. في عيال بيحملوهم صغار، في عيال بيزوجوهم صغار، لأنه بعد كده كل واحد بيجي بيشتغل براسه بعد كده. You know؟ وكلام تاني برضه الفقر برضه ممكن برضه بيليدنا. It leads us to do those kind of act. You know, selling your daughters because عيال كتار and you can't afford to raise them.
Exactly.
Welcome.
You know, الحاصل علينا هسي في السودان, the government, you know, is not really looking for his people. They're looking after themselves. So احنا بنعمل شنو? We have to start from home. We have to take the matter into our own hands. We have to educate our children, educate the women, educate the men. And then from there, things might change. But then but we have to take the women, then we could take it to the next level. But they يكون في constitution إنه يا جماعة لو في حصل في زول نام مع بنت صغير بيدخل سجن لأنه دخلنا واحد النمرة 2 ده بخاف. أوكي؟ ما بيعمل حاجة زي ولازم نتعلم السلاطين بتاعتنا دي لو هم they're still there. We have to educate them. This culture is not working. It's not working, guys. We have to educate them. Education is the key for everything. And we have to teach our girls. We cannot teach them because we have to teach the women. Because by teaching the women, they will teach the children. Okay. Because if we educate the women, because they said if you educate one woman, you educate like 100 women. Because one will go and teach the other. So we have to start from home and start with our women. Okay. Not to let their children know, or for them not to sell their kids because they're going through a lot. They've been going through a lot. What changed? Nothing changed. They're still going and going and going and going. Who's suffering? The new generation that's supposed to lead the country. Okay, they're the ones suffering. So we have to start from home. We cannot let the government start with that. لما احنا نقفل الباب في معانا government في البيت. No, it's us. So it's gonna start from us. We the parents, we the people. Start from us. Then if we join as one voice, the government will hear us. We cannot rely on the government. They're not going to educate, especially the government of South Sudan. They're not going to do anything. So we have to take the matter into our hands, take the women,
okay,
the women teach
Susanna,
the children.
When you say start with us, our situation are not the same. And that's the issue here. Finance, they're well educated. Finance, they're not educated. Finance are followers, So we don't have the same, in our ideology, like man didn't have the same figure about. And that's what's killing us.
Brother Guy, yes, we all have different situation. We all live in a different circumstance, correct? Yes. But what's happening right now, okay, is our country. So we have to start to educate the villagers, especially those who are well educated and still living back home, or especially us that are here. We have to start teaching. It's not going to happen tomorrow. It's not going to happen the next day, or it's not going to happen next year. But we have to start from somewhere. We got to start from somewhere. We're not going to wait until, you know what, next year we'll do it. No, it's not going to happen. As long as we got to start from somewhere, something will change. Yes, they're not well educated.
Yeah, I don't want.
Yes, they have different circumstances. Yes, they have different situation. Yes, we all know that. We know that even before coming to this country. We know it. Anything changed? No. We're still talking about it. The same situation. Nothing is changing. Nothing's happening. But we have to start educating them. We have to stand together.
Thank you,
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. Amel? What can you tell us?
I forgot even Nas Uduk Bardu Bialusun Badri. Lakin, me when I went back home, 2017, I asked some women, I asked them like, why يعني ليه بنات بيلبسون early. most of the reason اللي هم قالوا لي it's not about circumstance إن هم يعني ما عندهم they don't have حاجات يعني هم يعني فقراء. لكن the reason behind it is a disgrace. Believe me, يعني is the what يعني في حاجة في حاجتين what you believe in solution حاجة and what I believe in was solution حقي. في حاجات في development يعني في مدينة في a lot of development. That في village they are lacking. They don't have anything and they don't know anything. They live in the darkness, completely darkness. ما في نور ما في تعليم في حاجات كتير كل شيء limited. قالوا الجهل مرض. But what they believe in ده الحاجة اللي هم they will follow. فالناس النساوين دول لما هم يتكلموا معاك ليا هم ما دايرين بيناتهم يجيبوا disgrace name وفي النهاية يعني الناس يعني زي رجال ديل بيجوا instead ان هم يشيلوا المسؤولية بيلوموا نساوين ديل ان هم امهات فاشلات. فاي يعني تكون هي فاشلة ده حاجة ده يعني انا ما اكون فاشلة ما داير اهل بيتي وقول لي انا انسانة فاشلة. الفشل في نظرهم لو بنتك حملوها كده يعني ده الفشل في نظرهم. فعشان انا to avoid all these things انا بخلي بنتي تعال بدري عشان انا اكون في نظرهم ما فاشلة. فانا عشان كده قلت قبل في حاجات كثيرة اسباب كثيرة behind it really حاجات كثيرة behind it and that's why we really need to educate them. It's not gonna take يعني it is not easy but we have to go. It's يعني ده بيكون ده شغل جامد to educate them to let them know. اوكي لو انتوا ما دايرين بناتكم يعملوا في طريقه ثانيه. لو انتوا خايفين انا يعني هم عارفين هم يعني حتى زمان that's why some of the women بيخلوا الناس بيكونوا naked. People don't know why girls have to be naked. It's one of there is the same reason. عشان when you are naked they will monitor you. They will know that no man touch you. There's a lot of things. I mean they have their own wisdom. They try everything to prevent حاجات as they deal. وحتى في الديفلوبمنت زي دي we just have to let them know في من هنا انه حارب الحاجات زي دي, and we can even educate the girls that okay, don't sleep with the man because if you sleep انت هتكون pregnant. There's a way, but for them هم ما صريحين عيال حقهم. There is no communication. ما في يعني صراحة يعني هم بيخجلوا المرأة يعني ما في صراحة بين يعني opening between الجنة والأم. That's why that's the only way يعني to use عشان to block everything. لكن لو في communication like here I could tell يعني my kids hey be careful ما تمشي مع الراجل, كان مشيت مع الراجل انت ممكن تعملي في حاجات كثيرة that we have to let them know. لكن هناك they don't have those ways. فواي حقه ده يدوق للراجل عشان يعني to avoid the whole thing. So it's a serious case, but it needs a lot of work, and we really need to work on it. We just have to go and start and let them know, educate them and give them the option because they don't have options. Yes, sorry, I'll be back already. Okay.
Majak, before I give you a chance, Brother Gwal, you have your 3 minutes.
Me?
Yes.
Me?
Yeah, you have your 3 minutes, yeah. And then we get to
okay.
Majak. Faraj is waiting.
Yes. I just, thank.
Oh, network. We can't hear you.
Is it me?
Yeah.
Guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm saying, are you listening to me? Can you hear me?
We can hear you now.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah, thank you again. And what I would just like to clarify, the word Susanna, you outline a little bit about conjugation. We have a return here problem. Because when we speak English, sometimes things that are collide and the way we may interpreting them, it may be sound different, bit little confusing. When I use the term conjugation to God, because the life is safe, and that is my statement. If there is anything that's substituting to that conjugation, I do not mean to my intention that is something that is really achievement, because sometimes we treat English term in a different aspect. My conjugation means to God, serve a certain age, and to be able to deliver safely without complication. That's my intention. That is clarification about. Furthermore, let us be careful saying our culture is is all. The culture is working. The culture is working. Even you look in the West, there is so many cases happening in the churches, and even more, even below this age we are talking. Guy, let us not downgrade ourselves. What we're missing here is not about education; it's about improvement, which we are missing out because our country is in turmoil, and what they require is something like what the family come on and do. To open there, even Susan, you need to open a channel of come on, son, family, come on, son, to raise awareness to those people. That's what it needed because they already educated. And our culture is not, doesn't mean it's not function. And you are part, because that's why you are here now. It doesn't mean you are here because you speak English, that what make you have common sense. No. That the knowledge is not because you educate. No. You already been educated, but you have a level of improvement. I love the term development and awareness. That's what we're missing. And therefore, we disagree. Disagree is another strength. Doesn't mean I disagree or you disagree with me is my weakness or your weakness. It's time to gain from one another. Therefore, I just need to correct that point. And on to our brother down there, you make a good suggestion or some few to recommend to our local authority or whatever taking place. And that's what I say early on. In terms of our country back there, it's very difficult to judge who is going to be authority because like our land has got no law. But let us not blame our fail of our culture. Our culture is beautiful, but it just need upgrading and improvement. Therefore, let us not downgrade ourselves. This thing happened in the West, even worse than what we are discussing. Therefore, let us look the way we can help our people raise the self-esteem and awareness. Thank you.
Thank you. Before I give my jack, Susan want to say something.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you. I'm going to start dropping people up because we only have 15 minutes left. Susan.
Okay. Yeah, actually, it's not a debate, but I wanted to say something. I'm sorry, I don't know your name, but when we use the word congratulations, we have to be very specific.
Just drop me. I will just listen. Just drop me. No problem. Drop me.
Yeah, we have to be very specific when we use this. When we use the word congratulations, okay. In this term right now, if you wanted to say congratulations to me, wrong. We have to say thank you, Lord, for helping her to deliver safely. I am not saying congratulations. Culture. Yeah, we need a upgrade, correct. It's not working. Because if it's working, that kid will not be pregnant. I raise my case. Okay. We cannot use the word congratulations. Okay. Yeah, not because I'm here. Yeah, I spoke English from the time I was in Sudan. We went to the same school. Not because I came to America. No. Okay. Congratulations, guys. We have to be very specific. Why are we using the word congratulations? What's the definition of congratulations? Why are we using it right now in this junction right now? Why are we using it? To congratulate her because she delivered a baby at this age? Or to congratulate her because what? I personally say thank you, Lord, for delivering her safe. Thank you, Brother Guy, for giving the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll start this dropping here. Few kalam here that I don't like. Before I give my jack, it's from Brother Jack Motok or Motok.
Yeah,
women are destroying families and children, yet they are not accepting responsibility. I don't know where you get this from. So it's not right to say that. Or maybe your wife is not accepting responsibility, but not all women. When you say women, you're criticizing everybody, But let's be frank and let's respect ourselves, and we have to make sure that this platform is for people to make sense, not nonsense, So I disagree with these comments. So please, we don't accept those kind of terms, especially for our platform. If you disagree with with what we're talking about, it's better to say, I disagree, and come up, tell us why. But to criticize women, all families, to say that all women are destroying families and children, I don't accept that, and we will not tolerate this kind of act. This is a warning. If it happens again, we have no choice than to block you. We can disagree to agree. We do not say that we are expert, but we are here to help one another. We have an issues and we need solution for it. Munitan, who's next? Is it yes? You have the 3 minutes, brother, because brother Giuseppe is waiting patiently.
I know, he's waiting for me.
Okay. Shukran Tana. Thank you for another opportunity, and I appreciate that. This topic is a really very good, very interesting to every family of South Sudan. It's very interesting. So what we're gonna do, like my brother just left and my sister just left. It's the same thing like what I said a while ago. We born it or we FEMA. FEMA is a Spanish language. Or born it is the same thing like English. They just same thing. What we're gonna do here, we need to delivering like we are intellectual of South Sudanese youth. We need to deliver that thing in communities. Everyone go to your community and deliver all this stuff. The marriage earlier is not good, and we have to push the leaders in our villages. They can accept it, our to do constitution for this generation. They can protect them, like what I said it earlier. So we need to work hard, and it's going to take time. It's not right now, it's not tomorrow, and then until you're going to go to the government or parliament, they can decide, they can make a constitution in South Sudan. This one is going to be the end, but we have to work on it. We are generation and generation. So I think we're good there. Let's go push it and talk about it every day, and we're going to succeed it. Everybody going to love it because it's going to you, and it's going around to everybody, families. This thing, yeah. The second one, your topic for the names of when you name your child.
Yeah, we leave this for next topic.
Because you leave it out? Okay. Oh, okay. So let's go stick with this one. So this one, I think we need to push it harder, and we need to talk about it in our families, family to family, until we're going to push it to the government. And then I think we're going to succeed, and everybody going to like it. It's not bad. It's not going to affecting government. It's not affecting any family. It's not affecting any village or any ethnic tribe. All this is going to us. Is a benefit to everybody. So I think let's go work on it and keep talking about it. It's a good topic, and thank you very much. I appreciate it, and give a chance to another brothers and sisters. And thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Amel, you have your 3 minutes, and then we'll give Perek.
Okay, I know, but okay.
Yeah.
Let me. حاجة اللي أنا بقدر أقوله في النهاية I know this is our culture. It's something it was studied earlier. إحنا ما كنا هناك، لكن إحنا we are the one who gonna accept. We are the one who gonna make the correction. الحاجة الكويس we're gonna take it. الحاجة need to be amended, we have to amend it. الحاجة need to delete, we can delete it. لأن يعني التطور دائما الناس اللي هم برا بيجيبوا تطور. الناس يعني لأن مثلا الناس اللي برا هناك they don't know nothing, they never been anywhere عشان يشوفوا حاجات الكويسة والفوائد بتاع الحاجات الكويسة. لكن إحنا الجينا هنا إحنا we know لأن especially when I had my first child أنا كان عندي too much complications before I had my child. I've been in a hospital for like 6 months really before I had my child. فأنا كل مرة كنت بسأل ماما قاعدة أقول لي ماما so ناس حبوباتي I will do في بيت how they handle the pain you know لأن هم بيلدوا في بيت أنا بيلدوا أكثر من 7-8 عيال. فأنا بقول لهم this is ربنا كان معاهم بس ما في أكثر من كده. فهسه الناس اللي ولدوا زمان عيال في البيت كتير جو أمريكا هسه ولدوا في أمريكا في المستشفى. فهم they saw the difference. They saw a difference in the mentality في البيت والmentality في المستشفى, and they learn a lot. فإحنا we just have to take the awareness للناس ديل. ليه أنت you should not get married early? Why you should not? I mean أسباب والضرر بتاع الولادة early حاجات الديل كله من الموت. وفي ناس ماتوا نقول لهم الناس اللي ماتوا ديل لأسباب عشان هم يعني ولادة early في age they should not even كان يلدوا فوقه. فلو انت عرسوكي عشان to avoid disgrace the family, this is the solution. We just have to provide the solution to every issue بالنسبة لهم كissue, and that's why we can convince them. And from there, if لو عملنا awareness للناس زي ديل مع السلاطين, they could come up with the law like خلاص from today ما في جنة تاني يعرسوا بدري, and then هم بيكونوا حتى البنادل ذاته دايرين توعية جامد. فلما يوعون كلهم بيكونوا عارفين. زي ما انا زمان كلمتك ان ابوي كان قال لي اعمل all your boyfriend ديل ما في فايده، لان القلم هو الراجل اللي بيقدر يعني انت بتستفيد منه، الراجل اللي ما بيظلمك، الراجل اللي بيرفع بيوديكي فوق. لكن كان عرست الراجل العادي you will regret it tomorrow، لكن مع القلم you will never regret it. عرست القلم وخلي القلم يكون راجل الاول، بعد كده تجيب الراجل الثاني هو الراجل يكون الراجل. وكان الراجل ده ظلمك قلم ما هيظلمك، وكان الراجل ده خلاكي قلم ما هيخليكي. فهدول زي ديل احنا نعمل لهم توعيه for them to understand and to know. في حالات زي ديل it's a mindset. Everything go back to the mindset. The way our mind being set up والbrain wash اللي دوم ليم. فإحنا we have to go again and work hard عشان يغيروا الطريقة بتاعت تغيروا الفوق ديل. By God's grace they're gonna change. Everything take time. لكن what is meant to be will be at the end of the day. Thank you so much. And الزمن انتهى ذاته. It's okay. I will leave Brother Boy to come. I know it's hard. I know it is hard for him.
Yeah, 5 minutes left. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Let me get out. You're very welcome.
All right. Correct.
1 minute, but
Okay. Okay. Let me bring then Brother Kurkuju for 3 minutes. Brother Kurkuju.
Hey, Brother Guy Lam.
What's up, brother? How are you?
I'm very well. ازيك؟ تحية خاصة لك وبالنسبة للمشاهدين بتاعك.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was away a little bit, but I came in. لقيت جزء من الحديث ماشي. So you have 2 topics. موضوع بتاع زواج القاصرات والحمل القاصرات، وموضوع ثاني موضوع بتاع الأسامي. And you scrub موضوع بتاع الأسامي. عايز أقوله موضوع زواج بتاعت القاصرات أو حمل القاصرات. افتكر it is good when this topic keep revolving. بيكون مهم جدا جدا على أساس إنه في شبكات بتاع التواصل الاجتماعي المختلف ناس تقدر إنه تتعبيه. We did talk about it in depth في Western Barrel Kazal TV, and I think it is a great idea على أساس إنه to bring it again. بس إنه بالمنطق البسيط على أساس إنه ما في أي أب ولا أي أم بيسمع على أساس إنه بنته يزوجوها في السن بتاعت دون 18 سنة، أوكي؟ ولا دون 20، بالمنطق دون 24 ذاته، لأنه 24 ده البنت بيكون خلصت تعليمها جامعي وبالتالي she is an adult، أوكي؟ لكن الفكرة بتاعت إنه 12 سنة و10 سنة و14 سنة، والله أنا بقتل زول بطباهه بشقق قلبه وباكل قلبه حي لو إذا عايز يزوج بنتي في 12 سنة، أوكي؟ Yeah, this is how I can put it. خلينا من الحكومة البليد، حكومة بتاعت غجر الموجودين في جنوب السودان على إنه بتلززوا، أوكي؟ To sleep with 12 years, 14 years, 16 years, أوكي؟ أنسى الموضوع ده. لكن الزول اللي إنه عايز يقرب جنبتي دون 18، والله بعوره بشقق قلبه وعديل كده باكل فشفاش بتاعه حي. You know, let people hear it and to feel the brutality على أساس إنه الزول ده من عصر الحجري. Okay? So there is no room here. ما في حتة بتاع joke. Okay? على أساس إنه 12 13 14 17 18 سنة. She's a baby. She know nothing. Okay? وده السبب إنه في أفريقيا عندنا مشكلة كتير، يعني الوحشية ده بسبب مشاكل كتير بما فيه الناسور البولي. أوكي؟ ما بيبرجلوا البيت الورا والقدام أنت ما بتعرف. So there is so many things. This is brutality. Okay? Therefore, as a father, okay? قاعد تقرب جنبتي دون ال20 والله انت عايزني اطلع كبدتك واكل هاي. This is what I can say. Okay. خلصت تعليمها. most important thing, the most important thing لازم انه البنت تخلص تعليمها. اتخرجت من جامعة والله بعد كده عايز تقلع لباسها تلبسه تاقيها في راسها. Hey, I will sit back.
بقى كبير خلاص.
يا لأنه by then أنا بكون وصلت الدور بتاعي كأب، الأم بيكون وصل دور بتاعه. أوكي. لكن دون إنه بيت لسه ما خلصت تعليم، ده مش يكون فيه كسر بيت، ده يكون فيه خراب بيت. وده السبب إنه في وسترن بار الكزال تي في when we talk about it قلنا على أساس إنه يكون فيه عقوبات رادعة. أوكي. الزول الهم البيت ولا اكتسبها دون سين الرشد يحكموه على الأقل 25 سنة. أوكي. كانوا شاب صغير
يكون قانون ثابت.
ما قانون ثابت على أساس إنه يخوف ناس. العجوز العمر 70 سنة اكتسب بيت ومرأة دون ال20 كان يمشي سجن 25 سنة يموت في السجن. أوكي. الشاب الصغير لأنه لسه عمره 18 23 اكتسب بيت ولا حملة دون ال20 كان ليه كتب في السجن 25 سنة. ما كمان غرامة مالية جامد، حاجة مبالغ فيه، يدفع whatever it is لأنه أنت ضيعت بيت زول. أوكي. بعد كده كل زول يربط شمبورو. أوكي. It is a serious topic. I'm sorry to say this. كل زول يربط شمبورو يحترم بنات الناس. أوكي. لأنه إحنا محتاجين لبنات دل. Well-educated girls, they educate the whole society. الأم المتعلمة، البنت المتعلمة، البنت المثقفة بتربي.
Correct.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah. Telephone بتاع
Okay.
أخونا. Go ahead.
Yes.
Maybe somebody call him. What do you have for us, brother?
Okay. Sorry بس أنا كنت شوية كده خليني نقول but thank you actually. Okay, let me place this well. I hope أنا clear كده هسي.
Yep.
Thank you. أنا سميت brother كركوجو لكن بالحقيقة كده this is a very sensitive topic and very nice. And حاجة بس أنا كل ده نعمل clarification. أنا سميت أختي الميل فعلا يا قال الزول ده راجيني. لكن أنا ما أقدر أرد. أنا بس ده المفهوم الكامل عن situation and what is happening. الصورة اللي قبل أنت جبته وخطيته ده يعني عشان تشوف أنها الجنوبيين مثلا. عشان أنا أوضح أي حاجة very clear. I hope people will understand me. This is what I do understand. يا جماعة التعليم ده عشان يعلموك ما عشان تلقى كهرباء وطوب ومحل نظيف عشان تعرف الغلط والصح.
Exactly.
عندنا ناس جو هنا في ويسترن وورلد يا في طوب وفي كهرباء وفي عربات ولسه فاشلين في حياتهم ما قادرين يعملوا حاجة. يبقى المشكلة شنو؟ المشكلة ما كهرباء وطوب. أنا ليه قاعدين نجهل ناس في بلد؟ الناس اللي في بلد بجهلهم قالوا مثلا البتاع ده كلتشر، البتاع ده هم شنو لازم يمشي يعلموهم ويوروهم كده. No, هم بعرفين what is wrong and what is right. And what I want to clarify from my culture, I did not hear about 11 years old or 12 years old girl among marriage. We have to differentiate in the culture. There is
ولا سواء كان في المدينة.
أيوة. وأنا ما لقاني tribe بتاع جنوبيين أنا شفت 12 years old كده عنده جنة ولا عملوا marriage. You know, there is an early marriage. There is a difference between early marriage. And again, there is a difference between age gap. أنا لقاني في village بتاعي في age gap. What I mean by age gap, بتلقى 20 years old married to 50 years old or 60 years old. You know, that is an age gap, and that's negotiable. You can negotiate on that, you know. لكن تلقى بنت صغير you know عشان يزوجوا في عمر ده ما في. والصورة ده بعني شنو؟ عندنا ناس هنا اثبتوا بانه البيت ده كبير. الناس اللي بيقولوا شنو؟ معناته ما عندنا حاجات زي قاعدين نعمل له براكتس في جنوب السودان ما في. الناس اللي بيعملوا اجيو بانه البيت ده كبير تيسي ما في. اختي اميل اعترفت البتاع ده قال في كلتشر. So في two contradiction here. You know, that's why أنا الجنوبيين أساساً عشان حاجات زي مثلاً لو كان في village زي ما عمل قال أنا ما شفته في village بتاعي. We hail from the same tribe but from different region. You know, but أنا في village بتاعي أنا ما شفته. Where I came from عشان بدينا ده. أنا شفته. أنا كنت شفت في بيت بهجسو. ولا ده خطوبة زارو بهجسو لو she's 12 she's 13 بخطوا حاجة تهد زي ده وبهجسونا من تكبر. ما بخلوها تتزوج توالي. لما تكبر تيجي تتزوج. You know, but for us to think this is our culture and this is something wrong. أول حاجة نيجي نعمل educated to the people in the West. يشيلوا حاجة ده من راسهم يعرفوا حاجة ده wrong. يلا بعدين يمشوا village يقولوا للناس ده village wrong. لكن if you saying this is my culture and in your mind زادو in the question that mean how you going to educate people in the village. So this is a very big revolution and this is an educational revolution. أول حاجة يعني ده زي مثلا حرامي لو سرق يقول لا 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 ما تمسك الحرامي ده أمسك أول حرامي اللي اخترع بأنه هو يبقى حرامي ده يجيبه عشان نحل مشكلة حرامي ده ما بتقدر. أنت بتمسك الحرامي الحسي حاليا القاعد ده وتحاسبه. You know, you're not gonna wait تمشي في الروت بتاع حرامي وينو خلق الحرامية ده يلا أنا شنو نحل المشكلة هناك. Exactly. This is exactly what is happening. If this kind of cases is happening in some culture in South Sudan, what I would say is this: probably will be individual cases. Now, I do believe even we illiterate, we're not educated, but our tribe as a whole, they protect themselves. They're not going to accept this and make it as a legitimate practice. لو في ناس بيسووا ذلك جوا tribe بحرام.
ما بعمل
You know what I mean? ما بعمل casual, yeah, because you cannot find the majority, you know, of people who are doing this. But in our culture, definitely, I can see the age gap. حاجة بقول له age gap ده في 20 years old girl can marry to 60 years old man. You know, ده في وده يمكن الناس يتكلموا فيه. لا, so أنا هنا جنوبيين عشان نعمل education لنفسنا يا جايبول. And for these sensitive things, sometimes we need to clear our mind. And we don't need to blame it on anything. Because when I see the picture, even if ده غلط وما صح, the situation, the concept of seeing this is wrong. So أساسا بتاعنا غلط. You know, لو كان في culture بتاعنا لو كان ما في culture بتاعنا ده ما المشكلة. المشكلة بتاعنا غلط والمشكلة ده أنا ما برجع عشان أمشي أعالجه هناك. المشكلة أنا شنو؟ بحاول I will take it, do it right now. The justice doesn't wait. You don't need to wait for the justice. Do whatever you can do right now. لأنه the revolution of clearing our mind يا جايبول. أول حاجة أنا زارو أنا قايلام sorry أنا زارو الناس في West ده. We need to educate our mind. And then we think this is the right, because now we held ourselves as a hostage of most things happening in our community or in our tradition even, and sometimes we assume things. You know, I know people, they argue before when you start, this is not a young girl, and some people that say it's young girl. Okay, we take both argument. ديل بيقولوا ما في حاجات زي ده في بلد بتاعنا بيسووا وديل بيقولوا في شنو حاجات زي ده. All right, when we saw this picture, it's completely wrong, despicable, unacceptable. And whoever brings this picture, وما جابه for fun, of course he will be relevant to what is going on. He knows, he is aware. لأنه أي حاجة جاي في Facebook sometimes ما بيجي for fun. That some stuff can be propaganda. But this kind of things, as a human, you have to make sense out of it. You know? And for all this, what I really think as me as an individual, I don't believe those kind of practice really we condone it, you know, and I don't believe this kind of practice be in my culture, you know, because from great grandparents, from whatever people talking, even if they bring something about age up, انت لما تضرب عمر بتاع زول مع امه بتلقى مثلا لو امه ولدوها زوجوها صغير تلقى maybe 14 او 15 او 16, you know, and these are rare cases. A lot of people now, their parents maybe they're over 20 at least when they born, you know, but these cases they are there, but it doesn't mean that's what we all practice and that's what we all condemn, you know. So انا بشيل هاي بقول لك culture ده برا. انا شايفه ده شايفه غلط. اي زول شاف البتاع ده لازم يتحرك يسوي الصح في زمن الصح. And that's what we need as a people of South Sudan and as a human, just to help each other, because education there is not an easy. الوعي بتاع الشعب بتاع جنوب السودان عشان يبقى واعي ده بياخد زمن. لانه اي حاجه هسي بايزي بس بنشيل نقدر في ظهر ده نقدر في ظهر ده ونقول لا. That's why sometimes I'm critical when نعمل اي حاجه نقول لربنا ولا للشيطان. This will make us feel free بانه في زول اساسا قاعد يعمل حاجات زي ده فينا. But we have the cause because ربنا عادل. I do believe حاجه بقول لك ده is a God of justice. ما ربنا ده عشان يختارنا علينا نشاكل زي ده في جنوب السودان ونعمل حاجات زي ده وكلشة بكون بتاعنا زي ده ومشكلته شنو ربنا ده معنا. لكن اساسا ما يختارنا. ربنا ادانا will. Our will chooses that because we free from God. بقول لك الله خلقك على صورته. وده مين على صورته؟ المغدة. المغدة عند الإنسان ما عند الحيوان. شفت المخ اللي ربنا ادانا ده يا هو كم we make our situation better. We make our situation bad. So anything going bad now, we need to be clear-minded and try to correct it in a right way instead of blaming this, that. I know we have a problems, and those problems ما الشيطان يجابهم ولا ربنا. ده نينا يجيبنا. You know, so we need to keep the scapegoat out, and people need to make sense out of this picture. You know, even if she's 17, is still marrying in this situation is very bad. That's what I see in this picture. You know, so for us to argue, you know, or to congratulate or to say this is not the point of this. The point of this في غلط وفي صح هنا. الحاجة الحصل ده غلط. We need to speak about it. مرة راجل, you don't need to blame. We need to speak about it in the right way and educate our own. أول حاجة يعني زاد عشان نتفق في platform ده. يلا بعد نمشي بلد. لو أنت شفت حاجة زي ده أنت تتكلم فيه تساعد.
Thank you.
That's the only way. Yeah, but when we rely on something and we say okay ربنا بيسويه لا ده الشيطان يا جابنا هنا ده لا أنا في التجربة لا no. ربنا فيه بيساعدك أنت لو ساعدت يده. You know, we need to be يعني نكون واعيين نطلع مكاننا. Thank you, and that's the point I want to clarify. Most of the time when we see all these bad things in our community or in our culture, it's not a culture. There's a few dot point I do, you know, suspect. So we need to clarify this. We need to clarify our mind. Thank you for the opportunity. And I've watched all South Sudanese, the way they've talked, and that's how we, you know, where we're coming from. You can see people, they don't have enough information. People, it's not about evidence. It's about making sense of what is wrong, and it's not going to happen to the next person. Thank you. I really appreciate your chance, and I appreciate everyone who contribute.
Thank you so much. God bless you, bro. God bless you. We come to the end. Sorry, Jama, not the show. It's late. We're supposed to do it 2 hours and 30 minutes, but we went now 2 hours 15 minutes extra. But I just want to show you guys this. If you look at this picture, what can you see? You can see an innocent child. Look at the face and look at the eyes. What can you see? An innocent infant, still a child. Even though people think that she's not, but I can see my last born that she's 11. I can see her in this picture. You can't deny and say that this is a 17 years old. This is a child. And the truth must be said. This is a child. Even if you look at the way she's holding the child. Even when 11, how is she going to breastfeed? She's an infant by herself. She's a child by herself. And look at Aljana. Alomasu. She should be a sister to her newborn sibling. I agree with you. It's like her holding his younger brother, a younger brother to her, or a younger sister. She's holding a younger brother or a younger sister. She's holding either a younger brother or a younger sister. Check. What are you trying to tell me here? We can all disagree and say that people are just focusing and saying that she's not a child. She's 17 years old. And some people are saying congratulations for the newborn. Some people are saying cheers, sending flowers, and sending hearts for a child like this. You have no clue what she was going through when the guy is raping her. You have no clue how much she suffered with the pain. You have no clue how many days the guys was raping her. We have no clue the tears and the sounds that's coming out from her. And yes, people are rejoicing, and yet people are celebrating, and yet people are congratulating her without knowing the pains that she's going through. She can end up her life easily. She can kill her own child easily because of the pain that she's going through, because of the trauma that she's going through, because of the abuse that she was going through. Picture, look at the picture, and try to imagine if it's your own child. Someone is sleeping with her, your own child in the age of 11, and having a child at the age of 12. May God have mercy on our people. May God have mercy on our people. This is the act. This act is not for someone that is normal, whether you're a father or you're a mother. This act is not for a human being. This act is not for someone that believes in God. The question is, what's next? How many from this age that are going through, how many of them that are suffering and nobody's hearing their pain? How many of them that are crying and seeking for help and nobody's hearing their voice? How many of them that are going through seeking for help, and yet your own father, your own mother are the ones that are rejoicing, receiving the funds, celebrating that God has answered our prayers, rejoicing and saying that our problem has been solved, without forgetting how the child is suffering, without even thinking, is my daughter going to be hurt? Without even thinking twice, what's my child going through? Look at the innocent child. You can see from her eyes, she's a child. Whether you agree, you disagree, whether you accept it, you like it, you don't like it, she's a child. How many of them that are suffering? How many of them that are asking for help? They're asking for someone to rescue them, but nobody's hearing their voice. Nobody's hearing their cries. Nobody even cared about the pains they want, the things they go through. And yet our people are celebrating and sending the words, congratulations. You think about it, if it's one of your kids, how are you going to feel if it's one of your child that's going through? Are you going to congratulate or are you going to cry? Put yourself in that category. Put yourself in that stage. If you are the father, and allowing your child to go through, she can't even protect herself. She have no power to even fight back. Put yourself in that place and think about it. Someone is raping my child that's 12 years old. Are you going to rejoice and say, thank you, Lord, for the blessing that I receive? Or are you going to cry? Or are you going to allow that to happen? It is well. We have lost our mind. We have lost ourselves. Who knows? In the next 20 years, maybe she could be a doctor, a president, a minister, But now, somebody choose to end up her life just like that. And it's going to be a question that I will leave it to you guys. What if that child is one of your kids, one of your own? Think about it. Thank you. Shalom, shalom.